Oh no, oh no. I can't believe I did it again. I'm still in the void. My bad, y'all. My bad. Be was in the void real quick. It's okay. But just hi, hello. I was gonna say hi, horror game enjoyers, but I got kind of cut off by the void. Where be gone? Also, hi, Benoni. Hello. Also, of course, Mavis is here. I was literally gonna say it. And probably Mavis. Mavis is probably lurking for this game. Disappear. Yeah, exactly. But yes, hi, hello. The letter again. I feel kinda guilty for this one. So y'all on YouTube would not know this, but for the people that follow me on Blue Sky, I made a very clickbaity post for this one. Because I was like, what can I post about this game? I could post about Rebecca or Yasmin herself, but that feels a little bit nasty. I could make a joke about Ashton, but if you don't know the context, it would be funny. So instead I made a post baiting people by saying, oh my god, Alejandro Sav is in this game. Because I don't know if any of you have seen this going around, but literally everyone is posting around the meme right now of like, you literally cannot go anywhere on the internet without Alejandro Sav being there. So I was like, fuck it, I'll just make that my Blue Sky post. I don't think it will work, but it's like I might as well. I don't have any better ideas. So yeah, it does feel kind of nasty though. Also, speaking of social media, oh my god, I can't believe I made the mistake of going on Twitter again. Like, don't know what I mean? I mean, it's like the place I saw it was on Twitter because I made the horrible mistake of going on Twitter again. I don't see the Blue Sky. I forgot to post it. Oops. Thank you for reminding me. I forgot to press post. Haha, silly me, silly me, silly me. Why Twitter? Listen. The thing about Twitter is I hate that platform. And I'm gonna talk about in a moment why I hate that platform. But it's like, I need more places to promote my shit. And I know that as fun as Blue Sky is, and I get like occasional interactions, and I do like it over there. However, Twitter is objectively just the place where you have more to gain. The problem is that I don't know how to do it. And also it's a fucking cesspool that makes me feel sick to my stomach. But like, I know I have to learn how to work with it eventually. But it's just so upsetting. Like, specifically today, I only went on it for like a very short time and I saw one of those posts about Alejandro Sav, which is why, you know, why I posted about that on my Blue Sky. But then I came across a post talking about the freaking One Piece live action and it made me so freaking sick. Like, it was literally just a post of some gooner idiots complaining about the fact that, oh yeah, the actress who plays Nami is not a good match, despite the fact that literally people in the replies are talking about, yeah, no, this actress is like actually contributing, she's a fan of the series, she's trying to make it as canon as possible. But why do people not like her? Oh, because she has not large enough tits. Like, literally, it was literally just a post of someone using AI to edit like the most fictionally round tits on the most like objectively very attractive actress ever, and they just hate her because her tits are not big enough. And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, bro, what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, you're like, I don't even know what to say to that. Like, first of all, don't use AI on a person. And also, just why I can't with these green idiots. Yeah, no, and it's like, it's one thing that people complain about, like, oh, they're making all the women unattractive, but this is not an unattractive woman. Like, I'm literally gonna search you a picture of this woman right now. I haven't watched season 2 of the One Piece live action, but I watched season 1, and like, let me guess, see if I can find the exact picture this person used. Or else just the other picture will do as well. I'm searching real quick, give me a second, guys. What's a good picture? What's a good picture? What's a good picture? Like, okay, I don't think I can find the exact picture that person used. Maybe Maybe if I search for the freaking complaining, I can find it again. Because surely, oh, there it is. Of course, I just had to find for the freaking. Of course, I had to search for the Gunner stuff. Of course, that would bring up that exact picture. Like, where's it? Come on, let me download it. Okay. Never mind. I'm not gonna bother. Like, I should have done this beforehand. This is on me, to be honest. Whatever, I'm just gonna take a random one. Like... No, I say I'm taking a random one, but I want that exact picture. No, why is it so hard to find a picture when you're looking for it? There we go, there's the one. This is the picture. This is the picture they used. Let me pull it up. Which, by the way, this is already a very Gunner picture. So I don't know what the frick they have to complain about, but where is it? I downloaded it. Why is it not here? Oh my god. Where the fuck did it go? Why did it disappear? Why? Where did the picture go? I swear. Google hates me. Oh, it's in my— why is it in my OneDrive? What the freak? Sorry about this. Wait. Oh. It shows it as here, but it's not. What? Huh? Why did this picture just freaking disappear into the ether? I don't know what happened to it. Okay, fuck it. I'm so sorry for this happening. This is why I should do this shit before I start streaming. That's 100% on me. There you go, this is the picture. This is the picture I saw someone— oh, of course it disappears. Where did it go? I am so good at streaming, guys. I am so professional. Companies, please hire me. There we go. This is the picture I saw being used. Like, dude, how do you look at this and your first thought is, yeah, no, her chest is too small. Like, if you think this is not appropriate Gunner bait, if you can't good to this, that's a you issue. You just don't have taste. Like, this actress is not ugly. This dude, a human with human proportions? Exactly. Like, dude, what, you want her to have like a freaking microscopic— like, I don't know if you— I haven't watched One Piece, like the anime, but I know what the characters look like. They do not have human proportions. Like, what do you want from her? Literally the only way she could have the kind of proportions that the animated characters do is if she got ridiculous amounts of plastic surgery, which is not happening, guys. Oh, hi, so what am I looking at? You're looking at me complaining about Soiler Gunners, saying that the actress for the live-action One Piece Nami is bad because she has too small of a chest. Like, that's... it makes me so mad. Like, I'm so sorry, but if you think this is a problem, you just have objectively bad taste in women. Like, dude, if you can't go to this, you just have bad taste. I'm sorry, it's true. I'm sorry. Anyway. If I ever get money, I'm paying a random Fiverr to tweet for me. That's so based. Also, I'd recommend just posting this stream post on Twitter and not using it for anything else. Yeah, no, it's terrible. Can't believe these good idiots. I've watched season 1. I can't believe people think her actress is not pretty. Like, exactly, like she is so pretty. What are you complaining about? The quest for the one pic. Yeah, I'm sorry, I should have prepared it beforehand. But the same dumbasses think those AI influencers are real old, and the picture I saw was so freaking fake. Like, I don't think they know what a human body looks like. I don't think they've ever seen a woman naked in their lives. I think they're just... they're probably an incel. Let's be so real. They haven't even seen their mother naked. That's how virgin they are. Beast has a Gigaguner. No, I'm not. I am complaining about the Gigaguners. I am just saying they have terrible taste. That is all I am doing. I am admiring an objectively beautiful woman's objectively not bad body. Like, maybe they don't like real women. Cope had moments. Yeah, no, they're just gay. That's the only explanation. They're just gay. Motherless behavior, you are so right. So yeah, that's what I had to complain about today. Well, that was definitely one of the stream intros of all time. Anyways, the letter, I don't think I even said it. Yeah, I didn't set it to the game yet. That's okay. But yeah, hi Mavis, hi Banani, hi Steph. Alright, so Right, we just switched to Ash's perspective. I do not remember what we were gonna do though. Like, I know Rebecca's gonna die pretty soon. Like, from his perspective. But other than that, I do not remember what was going on. Oh, right, we talked to the professor and he was like, yeah, he may have had something to do with my wife's death and blah blah blah. Rich white man is involved in shady shit. Shocker, they burned down my bakery or whatever. And now... Alright, and now they're going to visit Zachary. Alright. Ermagerd beats a hi on Mavis and chat. Hi Witty, hello. Imagine logging in on Twitter, some losers complaining about your best size. I know, right? I feel so bad for her. I hope she is like in an actually good relationship and that man compliments her, or woman, or whatever. I don't know her sexuality. Like, she deserves better than this, guys. Anyways, it's got to be him. He listened to her. Alright, Zachary. Zach's the kind who prefers to laser in his apartment on a weekend, especially after having a busy week like last one. The big guy's nowhere in sight though when I arrive in his unit. Figures, people don't seem to be where they should be when I meet them. Looking around, I find no sign where he might have gone to. He usually leaves a note on his fridge if he's out for the day, just in case someone drops by. As there isn't one, he probably just went out for a quick walk. I hope. Maybe he ran out of eggs or something and went to buy some. Why is my Discord overlay on? I'm sorry, it bugs me. Oh my gosh, this might be my most unprepared stream yet. Actually, no, that's a lie. I've literally had the audio not be on before. I think I might just suck at this. He is out of eggs after all. It puts my running mind to rest for a while. He always has to have some, be it for an omelette or something he's baking.
Ash, should you be rummaging around?
Ash is that freaking friend that would go to your, like, for like, if he was a teenager and his friends were still living with his parents, like, he would be that friend that goes to a friend's house, even if he's not there, and just grabs something out of the fridge, and the parents are like, what the fuck, why are you here? Like, the person you're friends with, my son isn't even here, why is his friend here? And just eating our fridge empty. Like, he is that type of person, and you cannot convince me he's not. I can't believe it's D, Mavis, I know, right?
It's bad enough we went in here without asking for his permission.
Chill, I'm just looking.
Actually, I could go for some fucking pie right now. What did I say? What did I say? But Zach's fridge is next to empty, save for a few leftovers. All I could do is sigh as I closed behind me.
If you see me take anything, feel free to call the police.
That's funny. For those that don't get the joke here, he is the police. He is. Isabel is quick to shoot me as sharp player, and another chuckle slips from me, despite unease in my stomach. But the cheer only lasts a mere few seconds, mostly because she hasn't been in the mood for any sort of friendly banter. It's a silence that's telling, and a quiet Isabella. It's usually the first recipe for an incoming shitstorm.
Always do this whenever you visit another person's house. Because I have a lot of questions about your methods.
Isabella had exactly the same thought as I did.
Just with Zach.
I'm still worried for her friend, of course, and despite what's bothering Isabella, she's anxious too. She's been standing by the doorway for a good few minutes now, since we entered Zach's place. In fact, doesn't seem to know what to do with herself. As much as I want to put her at ease, her nervous tics are starting to get to me. The manner in which she makes herself smaller, the way she fidgets with her hands, clasping them one moment and unfurling them in the next. It's distracting enough that I want to ask what's wrong. I doubt she'll give me a straight answer though, and the best I could do is help her temper it.
You don't have to hang around the door. You might be here for a while. You can sit down.
She hesitates for a second, but eventually takes the empty seat by Zach's study table.
Aren't we going to look for him?
Sure, we can, but where are we going to start?
Alright, who is the killer? Why are you saying who's the killer? Oh, because of Ghost? Yeah, oh yeah, no, Zachary, I don't think Zachary is that though. Like, we did his chapter and I kept him alive. You know who is that though? Rebecca. I don't think it's this day. I think in the next day we're gonna get a very upsetting phone call. Oh no, I may or may not. Actually, it wasn't even my fault. It was Mavis's fault. No, I'm not gonna blame it on Mavis. But yeah, no, we made a bit of an oopsie. We may or may not have made a bit of an oopsie. Not my fault. I mean, I did let you make the choice, Mavis. Like, it is my fault for letting you choose, and it is your fault for misremembering. It is our shared collective fault.
I can think of a few places he might be, but Luxburn's a big city. I don't want to miss the big guy if we leave, and...
Mavis does put up a good defense. Alright, fine. I can't argue against my Oshi. Fine, Mavis, whatever you say. I trail off, making a vague gesture in the general direction of Zach's bed. The messy bed suggests he was out in a hurry. He didn't even bother to fold the sheets. His cell phone's been left behind as well. Another odd thing when he has made a habit to never leave it behind in case of a client calls.
The locked door points to the fact that it wasn't a forced exit.
That seems to reassure her, but not so much. Understandable, anything might happen. In hindsight, I shouldn't have left Rebecca alone either. We'll have to check on her later. In the meantime, Zach, but with no other clue where he is and no other way to contact him, we have no choice but to wait. Sure, I could give the room another thorough run-through, but I don't think Zach would appreciate me upending his place. Isabella won't let me do that either. Besides, I haven't eaten anything yet. Isabella probably hasn't too. We did leave in a hurry. Might as well take this chance to cool down a bit, right? Anything to distract myself so that I don't just charge head first because of whatever paranoid scheme that comes to mind. Isabella is with me. I can't be reckless. Don't show me potato chips. You're gonna make me hungry. You guys know how much I love my chippies. Returning to the kitchen, the first thing I see is a bag of chips on our Battles for his cupboards. By the way, this is a random tangent, but it weirds me out so much when I see that other countries use yellow for the color indicating the freaking normal, like, unseasoned flavor of chips. Because in Western Europe, the bags are red. They use red to indicate, like, basic flavor. I don't know why other countries use yellow. I mean, I guess chips are yellow, so it kind of makes sense. But it's still weird to me because here yellow means like either like cheese flavor or in the Netherlands specifically it means rice sauce flavor. What's your favorite flavor? I mean, unfortunately my favorite flavor is a Dutch only flavor, so you're not gonna know what it tastes like. It's yellow here too in some brands. Orange is cheese. A red is spicy or ketchup. I mean, the ketchup bags are also red here, but they're a different shade of red. But yeah, no, I really like the Dutch exclusive, like, fry sauce flavor. It's really good. Like, I'm kind of mad on the sauce itself, but the chip flavor is so good. So sorry, you won't be able to taste my favorite chip flavor. America uses it as well for the bland OG flavor. Yeah, I know America uses it. But yeah, I don't know, it's just weird to me. Wait, I don't think I read this line. Returning to the kitchen, the first thing I see is a bag of chips when it revels through its cupboards. After muttering a permission and an apology to its owner won't hear, I grab it. Isabella doesn't miss shooting me another glare, but she doesn't really make an effort to stop me this time. She ignores my offer for food though. So instead, I set myself on Zach's old couch and turned on the television. Isabella's silence may not be too heavy, but it sure as hell is awkward. The screen lights up right as some awful noontime drama starts airing on Channel 9. Nothing like sitting in front of the TV with a mindless drum running in the background to waste away the time. This is how y'all are probably watching my streams. Am I y'all's version of a mindless afternoon show? Do y'all like my mindless entertainment? You like honey mustard? I don't think I've tasted like honey mustard chip flavor. I don't know if we have those here. Actually, let me look it up because I'm curious now. If we have it here, I might give it a taste. Honey mustard. How do you spell mustard in Dutch? I actually don't know. Oh no. I'm not seeing it from any like regular stores, so unfortunately. Oh no, they do have it. They do have it at one of the grocery stores. Alright, if I come across it, I will give it a taste. No, I'm always very mindful. Well, I do appreciate that. Good choice. I like sour cream and onion. It smacks. I can appreciate sour cream and onion from time to time. I like barbecue too. Okay, I disagree with that opinion. Barbecue is my least favorite chip flavor. I don't know, it just tastes weird to me. But I don't like smoky flavors in general, so... not surprising. And wasted the way we do. The afternoon has hit its last few hours when movement comes to the other side of the door and Zach's heavy treads break the monotonous drivel from the TV. The lock clicks, the knob turns, and slowly it swings open to reveal a very exhausted looking Zach. What, did he run a marathon?
Sup, Z-Man?
Hey, Zach. Sorry we just barged in here. Ash was...
Relax. Z-Man gave me a copy of the key himself.
So he would stop lockpicking his door, Ash. That's not the flex you think it is. Light as my tone may be, his arrival eases the restless edge in me. Who knows what I would have done if something bad happened to one of my friends. If another minute had gone by without him showing up, I might have resorted to unconventional methods.
Only after you broke the 13th one? I can't keep replacing them every time you think it'd be a good idea to break into my apartment.
Literally what I just said.
And stop calling me Z-Man!
I didn't break anything this time.
Ash, just because I gave you a key doesn't mean you can just stroll in here whenever you want to. And hey, is that my...
It's scary how the friendly banter and easy smile come naturally. I do it, even without thinking, and that speaks volumes about how comfortable I am around him. That's nice, isn't it? What makes me afraid of it, however, is the idea that the time might come where I might just do one of these things without meaning to, and offend him in some way. The friendship we might have might be closer than most I've shared with others, but there are boundaries you can't cross without the other's permission. Zach's been respectful of that so far, neither asking about my parents or what happened to them. Me, I'd bet he'd say not so much. Well, yes. Also, hi, Garo. Not even Pringles barbecue? I mean, I haven't tasted the Pringles barbecue because why would I buy expensive barbecue flavor when I don't like barbecue flavor? Is everyone at YouTube? Yes, everyone is at YouTube. I mean, most of the time everyone is at YouTube. It was only yesterday's stream where I had a lot of people in Twitch talking. I like barbecue but not in chip form. You got me there. I like how it's a good mix of sweet and salty. I mean, alright, fine. Maybe if someone offers me Pringles barbecue, I will give it a try, but I'm not gonna buy it myself. It's also this easy banter that makes me wish we could just stay like this. No worries, no problems, just potato chips and debate on whether or not I deserve them. But as usual, something always cuts moments like this short.
Of course he eats all of it. You know, I was saving that for the weekend. Did you at least share some with Bella?
Don't worry about it. I'm good, Zach.
Really? It's free food, you know? What was that you usually say? You don't say no to free food? What happened?
No, I'm just not hungry.
Most barbecue I don't like, but Pringles is very nice. Also, Mavis, I love how you spell Pringles. That's very funny. Sour and salty, yeah. Just curious, would y'all ever try deep fried Oreo? No, I know exactly what you're talking about. Deep fried Oreos. That's freaking. Y'all Americans eat like this type shit. Some online discussion around carnival food in America. I've seen exactly what you're talking about. But I don't even think deep fried Oreos would taste good. Like, I've had like the chocolate covered Oreos. Those are delicious. I love them so much. But like deep fried, I don't think that would even taste good. Like, it's already crispy. You don't need extra crisp for an Oreo. Like, just why? There are so many things in this world that would taste good deep fried. I do not think an Oreo is one of them. I would try, but just like to try. You know what? That's valid. That's very valid. Also, yes, Mavis is also here. Although her tone forces him to do a double take, Zach doesn't push it. The question is all too clear in his eyes when he glances my way, though. I really wish I could answer him. Despite my best efforts, Isabella's been unforthcoming as well. What am I supposed to do? I can't just force her to speak, can I? She is not a criminal to be interrogated. She's a friend, for Pete's sake. It's a good thing Zach has a better handle of the situation than I, and soon enough, he changes the subject. Or at least it isn't necessarily the better topic, however.
Aye. But if you want something, just say so. I've got a fully restocked pantry right here at your disposal. Still not a 5-star level thing, but for an empty stomach, it'd do.
Wait, what? Need more of it? The grease from the fry would ruin the Oreo. Yeah, it would make it more soggy. Maybe not even soggy, but just too oily. Like, it doesn't have enough, like, substance to counteract the taste of the oil. I don't think it would taste good. I wouldn't try that. Yeah, no. It should be, but if I remember correctly, they dry quickly. Also, I don't like Oreos that much. I'm okay with Oreos normally, but again, the chocolate covered ones are... they're... let's just say that they are not safe around me. Nero is a better version? What is that?
Just say the word.
Thanks, Zach. Maybe next time. Food is not really what we came here for.
Nero? What is Nero? I'm so confused now. I'm gonna Google it. Oh, it's like an off-brand? I don't think we... Yeah, no, it's a circus-specific thing. We don't have it here. Well... Circus Oreo, yeah. Thank God I can mention it now. I couldn't before the name change. Oreo is off-brand? Really? Huh. Did not know that.
Ash, he's the one who...
Also, y'all are making me so hungry. Please stop. I don't have any snacks. She stumbles into one of her uncertain silences again before glancing my way. There's a plea in there for me to take the lead in this, but where do we start? I mentioned the strange things we've been seeing, the letter. Even I am afraid of what he might say. I can't even believe I'm considering taking a deeper look into this whole thing in the first place, but here I am.
No, you're right. There really are some odd things going on here lately.
How is everything with you lately, Zach?
Hold on, Ash. Both of you.
Me when I spread lies on the internet. Food, nuts, boom, allergies, food. Why did you have to bring allergies into this? Now you're just making me sad. Gosh darn it, Mavis. Mods, the leader of the face of this earth.
Did I just hear you say that? Is this why Isabella's here? Has something happened?
Calm down, we're just here to check on things. So, did you meet Andrew about the photos?
What photographs?
Unlike when he brought up the subject of photos with me, he doesn't hesitate when Isabella asks for it. Zack hastily fished them out of a nearby drawer and hands it to her. I can almost see it in him. 1 second hindsight kicks in, and the realization that she would have been a better listener than I. Makes sense when all I've been doing until this morning is calling it a Halloween prank. Yippee! Fun photo! She cuts through each of the prints in silence, her shoulders going stiffer by the second until she has gone rigid and pale. But it's the telling glances they exchange afterwards that speaks volumes of things running inside her mind. Their minds, sorry.
What did Andrew say about them?
It could be one, but there's no guarantee it's a supernatural thing. It doesn't always happen. So, that's a dead end right there. Now that I think about it, bothering that guy for this feels pretty silly now. But with the dreams lately...
That's all? Did he say anything about the damn letter at all?
I perished. No, I'm sorry. As always, the chest is perfectly shaped. No, I'm so sorry to bring this up yet again, but the chest on freaking Hannah is the type of chest they wanted Nami to have. Like that's the level of fake they wanted her boobs to look, even though it's live action.
Did you ask him even?
As expected, Zack starts looking at me like I've grown a second head. Yeah, I would too if there was ever a universe where I'm standing in front of myself. Because even as a child, I never believed in ghost stories. The lucky charms and mystical objects from my mother, half of them is stored away or given as paltry gifts to those who would appreciate them more.
Yeah, that's really everything. The letter kind of slipped my mind. The photos were more important at that time. There was some stuff about the local horror stories, though.
Yeah,
Talked about the
yeah.
curses, and he was really fascinated with the story about a wraith asking for a sacrifice to move on. Kinda nasty if you ask me, but it does make sense if you simply go along with it. I'm not sure how this will help in the grand scheme of things. Why are you asking about this anyway?
Rose's death isn't just a coincidence, Zack. It may have something to do with... I may have...
Wait, stop right there for a sec, Bella. I thought you ain't buying this stuff, Ash. Just the other day, you said the exact same thing.
Granted, I haven't eliminated every single possibility here yet, but what else is there to go off from here? The worried look Zack shoots my way doesn't help one bit in helping me gather my thoughts either, when that's what I came here for. Somehow, everyone's suddenly just so worried about me. It's not like I'm pulling this out of my ass.
I still don't, but even Rebecca, out of all people, claims there's something. Whatever this is, someone has got to look into it. Everything about this screams shady.
And along with Isabella's warnings, what's occurring around Zack? What's happening around Luxburn since Isabella found the leather?
Haven't you seen the news this morning?
Zack's puzzled expression is enough answer. Of course he hasn't. Another night, another nightmare. The guy most likely went out as soon as he got out of bed to shake the images off. Memories have never really left him. Isabella though...
I haven't, actually. Mama called, and I was busy.
That could easily mean anything. Did Kuya, her older brother, end up in jail again? Just had to bail him out numerous times in the past, so all that did was piss her off, not sad about every ounce of cheer in her. Or is that the other brother, the younger one who keeps insisting that he'll quit school so she could come home? That was 2 years ago as far as I know. She already sorted that one out. It could have been her father, right? With the mentioned sale, she has earned enough to cover every bill for a while. It should... Kuya mentioned? Wait, what are you talking about? Why are you reacting to Kuya? What do you mean with Kuya? I'm confused. Bark, why are you barking at the mention of the word Kuya? Kuya just means brother, I think. Why are you barking? What? Oh, it's the name of the new carnival character, right? Right. I forgot that we looked through all of those. Hey, it's New Carnival. Of course it's New Carnival. I should have seen that coming. You, Mavis. No, I'm not gonna call you a gooner, but you know. I'm not any better. I made references to things all the time as well. So, what is it then?
No problem. It should be in the afternoon news as well.
Whatever's bugging her, I doubt it's something meant for casual discussion, or she would have mentioned it sooner. Tucking my curiosity for later, I take the remote and begin cycling through the channels. A distraction, not a good one, I admit, but it's definitely better than leaving her to brood. Eventually, I find the one doing a recap of this morning's reports. And there it is. The poor guy is unidentifiable with how badly his body's been burnt. Murder via arson? That'd be the logical explanation if I was the officer looking into it. Except they couldn't find the source of the fire didn't even spread.
Found dead in the early hours of the morning today. The fire was contained within the room and no other tenants were harmed, according to Luxbourne police.
You're going to consider spontaneous human combustion soon enough if they don't find anything else. What's important for everyone to note is the state of the room.
A similar writing was found in another victim's room from last week's incident. Both were employees of Briar Realty Corporation. LBN has reached out to the...
Yeah, I hate that Woody remembers it, but I didn't. Like what happened to Cooper. Hell, I wonder how many other deaths like this I've missed while looking at her fate. The LPD is already thinking it's a serial killer at this point. How long until they consult with the London Metropolitan? I'm not sure. The Ensign Butcher has always been an enigma even to the people within the city. Gone for a few years, then in the next, one body after another is found. Really handling the case has apparently driven the chief inspector insane years ago. He never did find out who committed those murders. Maybe now this time.
This is because of that thing, isn't it? I did this somehow.
Her words will come out like a whisper, but each syllable lingers in the air, heavy with her guilt. It's the thick tension of the room. They strike harsher than any of the things we've said. However, she also has to understand, know that she isn't the only one on this. No one has asked her to take this upon herself. Rebecca won't. Zach won't. I sure as hell won't.
It ain't too late. We could still fix this. There's 3 of us here. 4 if you count Rebecca.
No, she's staying away from this.
Oh, Isabella. Sweetie pie. I think Rebecca might end up having it the worst out of all of you. I think it might be too late to say Rebecca's staying away from this. I think it might be a little late.
I don't want to involve her in this any more than I already have.
She
Both
is
of you
dead.
as well.
Well, I mean, technically at this point in time she is not, but her fate is already sealed. Her fate is already sealed.
I already said it. That's completely out of the question. Stop asking.
Encouragement aside, this is still a whole fucking mess, and we're in it blind. The only way to make it worse is if we start running around like a bunch of headless chickens. But I have a concrete plan now, I think. Maybe Isabella's right, maybe we should dig deeper into BRC itself. Maybe we are looking at it the wrong way. However, my suspicions are mine for the moment. The details are something Zach doesn't need to know until I have something to show. It's enough that he's already aware I have an idea in mind. For his part, Z-Man doesn't push it, and nothing but a heavy silence leads to our departure hours later. Seriously, Zach would probably make a more responsible officer than me if only he had the heart to join the force. We could certainly use more kind people like him. Yes, we can. At least I will give Ash credit for knowing that Zachary is the GOAT. I will give him a little bit of credit for that. But as good as that thought is, I push it all to the back of my mind as Isabella and I head for my car. Tonight I can't stay distracted. Except for a few half-hearted attempts to get some kind of reaction from Isabella, the drive to PRC is a quiet and awkward affair, more so the hour-long wait for nightfall. Even with only the 2 of us, the place is rife with tense energy, only a matter of minutes now. But ticking seconds don't take away the edge, and for the 15th time I reach out and fiddle with the radio, adjusting and tuning the knobs with no real purpose. It's a nervous quirk I've developed and never bothered to correct during stakeouts, something to keep my mind occupied during long nights. What else is there for me to do? The person I usually count on for a casual out-of-the-blue chat refuses my attempts at starting one.
Ash, out with it! If you have something to say...
What? Why did the voice line say more than this line? The way she quickly not the elevator music again. The way she quickly falters in silence after, in spite of the tone she takes through it, I think I doubt if she really means everything she's telling me right now. Just even glanced my way since we arrived.
Having second thoughts? You can still back out if you want.
We're just going to my office. Why should I?
Dunno. You can get in trouble maybe. This isn't exactly legal.
Scope BRC out, see if the real estate company has any more information that may be of help, find things about Cooper and the other agents assigned to the Ermengarde mansion. According to Isabella, it's the last property the victims have worked on. Sure, I could also check the station for full reports, that's this easy, semi-legal way. But I don't want to bump into the chief right now, the guys at the precinct will definitely throw me out on his orders as soon as they see me. Not that my plan right now is any better, I'm just picking it to a different place, more or less with the civilians to boot. The latter still doesn't sit well with me, it never will, especially if this might put her in a very tricky position afterwards. She's been very careful when it comes to her work, almost a model employee as people would say. Why is she throwing the caution to the wind now?
I'm not an employee here. I'm not supposed to be looking for any confidential stuff. Only people like you are privy to.
If you mentioned earlier that this is your plan, I might have had enough time to think about it. I already promised to help if you need access to those files. I didn't think you'd want to see them this soon and in this way. Besides, the same goes for you, right? You were taken off your case. Won't you get in trouble with your boss?
Honestly, it's a toss-up between breaking into her office or breaking into the Wright's mansion. As it stands, I'll have an easier time getting in here first. After all, why would someone want to break into a realty company? Been here many times before anyway, for a few casual visits when I wanted to bug out Scaredy Cat. Over the years, I've grown more or less familiar with the security setup and how badly staffed they are. Plus, it's an old building. If the bankruptcy rumors are true, it just means their access protocols might also be outdated.
Still, I can do this on my own, you know.
Really? And how are you even planning to get into our office without an access card? Please explain.
Well, I was going to pry open the card reader and use a gecko.
What's a gecko? Is someone here knowledgeable enough about breaking into places to know what a gecko is?
You're a hopeless case. I really want to know why no one has locked you up yet.
Yeah, you're helping me with this. Willingly. I don't think that'll sit well with the Philippine embassy either. Chances are you'll probably get deported the minute they find out.
Not deportation. Animal, not the animal. I don't think it's an animal. Let me look it up. I know I'm googling too much, but whatever. Gecko. I can't find it. Maybe they do actually mean just like an animal. But yeah, not the deportation. Low blow, I know, but it's worth a shot when she can still turn back. It's not like I don't have any means to get into the place. With or without her, I have a way.
At least I have a reason to be snooping about. My badge and rank can speak for me in case things go south. You?
For a passing second, it seems to work. Enough panic and hesitation flashes across her features when she looks at me with searching eyes. Then, unexpectedly, it dissolves, not behind the fear I'm anticipating, but underneath something sharp and searing. I'm not sure what she sees exactly or what she's hoping to find in the short while she holds my gaze. All of it merely goes unspoken, and no longer than a minute later, she simply averts her attention back to the window, training it once again at some point outside.
Isabella, please, now's not the time.
It's too late for that, Ash. Give it a rest.
An appeal, spoken in a voice too harsh coming from her, perhaps unintentional, perhaps one that's already too exhausted of everything going on lately. It's hard not to concede when she takes on that tone, and soon, despite myself, I sigh. Taking away every concern I've been lugging around, in favor of trusting her on this, according her the same confidence she has implicitly given me all this time.
Alright, okay, if that's what you want. And don't worry, I didn't mean what I said earlier. I won't let anything happen to you.
Her lips briefly turn up into a smile, though none of the cheer reaches her eyes.
Just get this over with, okay? Everyone should be out of the office by now.
Somehow, the uncertainty in her posture makes me wonder if she intended it as some kind of comforting gesture. Whether it's for me or her, she doesn't let me find out. Without saying another word, she exits the car while I'm left scrambling and chasing after her. She's already at the side entrance, a hand raised on the card reader beside it, and another poised to push the door open when I catch up to her. Whatever doubt there has been in her face a while ago, it's gone. Seeing her like this makes it easier to believe my worries are unfounded, that things might go smoothly this time. I have a feeling they won't.
And where do you think you kids are going? It's late. Most offices in this building have already closed up shop for the weekend.
The bloke seemed friendly enough, though one can't really tell from his voice alone. He might be the wary sort, for all I know. Given an unconcerned face and aloof air won't hurt, until I figured out how to wriggle us out of this situation.
Just come back on Monday if you have important business.
But from the way Isabella's face brightens up, it looks as though getting through won't be too much of a problem. He's probably been working here for a few months already then, maybe around 4 to 6 months max. Otherwise, he would have recognized Isabella or me at first glance. I haven't shown my face here since I've been assigned to the firm case a year ago. In the first place, none of the security officers ever lasted a year in service. The longest was around 7.5. I'll give this guy around that before he gets fired or finds a better paying job. For the moment, his too friendly attitude is almost a gift.
Hey, Seb!
Oh, look who we have here. Been a few days since I last saw that ponytail in here, Santiago?
Close enough!
Wait, don't tell me yet. I'll get it right this time. Sanchez!
You were closer the first time?
Drat, I swear it is on the tip of my tongue. I just need a hint to remember.
Is it bad that I don't remember her last name either? Santos, that's what it is. I'm sorry. I don't remember all of their last names. Okay, her last names aren't important, except for Wright, which is... But they call that all the time, okay? Leave me alone. I take it back. Tuesdays are not gonna last past this month. He can't even remember a regular employee's name.
Alrighty, I'm sure of it this time. Centillon?
Still a few ways off, Seb.
Isabella, we don't have all night.
I know, just let me handle this. Sorry, Seb. Some other time. We're in a bit of a hurry. I just need to get a few things from my cubicle. Important work stuff, you know? Is it okay if we drop upstairs for a sec?
Oh, absolutely. No, go right ahead. As long as you have your access card with you, we're good. Not sure if I'm allowed to let your boyfriend in, though.
Who, me?
Oh my god, he called me her boyfriend. I just know he loved that. I just know this is a face of absolute delight.
My what?
Your boyfriend, the guy with you, isn't he?
Oh no, are they gonna have to pretend to be dating to be let in? Oh no, he ships us. Oh no. It's a fair observation. Of course you say it's a fair observation if I do say so myself. Of course you think so. Of course you think so, Ash. That doesn't surprise me even one bit. Ew, says Bella, ew. Blades have cooties. Needless to say, the science that the sense is both uncomfortable and terribly awkward. Although the latter's probably coming mostly from me, because in the next second Isabella laughs. Laughs. Louder than the ones I've heard from her lately. A comforting sound really, after seeing her in such a dour mood since this morning. Even as all of it subsides into a mere chuckle sooner than I like. It's comforting to see that I'm at least partially responsible for it, despite my poor heart being beaten to a sorry pulp. She really, the worst thing she could say is no, and then she laughs in your face.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, no! No. He's definitely not my boyfriend.
The worst thing she can say is no. Icky pooey. She might as well have set it on fire with the dust while she's at it. Frankly, the number of no's in a sentence alone is a bit too much. Christ, one would have been enough to get the message across. Did she really have to put it this way?
That's impossible! Stop being funny, Seb. I'll go on ahead, okay?
She quickly shuffles inside with nothing more than a small wave, leaving behind an even more awkward atmosphere for me to wade through. It would have been bearable if I didn't have to suffer through a stranger's amusement. Alas, woe is me.
Not the boyfriend, but close to it, huh?
I hate that Seb caught on.
Mind your own business.
Kids these days. see her up and about, though. Thought for sure she'd up and disappear like the others.
Excuse me?
You know, stuff in the news.
You mean what happened with Rose Cooper?
If I'm going to be stuck here with him for a while, I might as well try to gather as much intel as I can. He may just be a guard, someone with no real authority, but most of the time, people like him are the ones who know more than they let on.
Yeah, but even before that, we've got a couple of good blokes we never saw again.
Really? Those guys could have just resigned for all you know.
Dunno, I only catch tidbits of stuff from over here. Oh, seriously, I heard the branch is getting flushed soon, but that's no excuse for anarchy. Figures why Boss Man's been in an awful temper these past months.
They managed to strike a good deal with the mansion in Ansem, right? That didn't do the trick?
Didn't seem like it. The bloke shouting like no tomorrow again. Wasn't very pleased when Gurley called and asked for another leave yesterday afternoon.
Gurley? Isabella?
It's not too surprising, considering she's already been gone for 3 days, now she's asking for another. Not that it's a bad thing, it's within her rights as an employee, but it's better fairly use their work leaves.
Yeah, poor Lassie if you ask me. She found him a buyer for that mansion after all. The least he could do is be considerate to her after a family member's passing.
Oh.
Wait, what?
The rumors, BRC, Rose Cooper, missing in action employees, all of it seems to matter in that instant. All of a sudden, instinct, my eyes zero in on the intercom speaker as if staring daggers at it will show me the man behind the voice. I can see the truth in his face for myself.
Oh, you don't know?
No, what?
Oof, yeah, that's definitely a terrible timing.
Nothing. I shouldn't be the one you're asking, and, you know, things might get a bit boring here. No one really wants to hear what a poor old guard wants to say.
No, spill your information.
Why don't you just go after her? As long as you're not looking to create trouble for me, it won't be a problem. You aren't here for that, right?
Of course not. He's lucky I'm not here to hurt anyone. If I were with someone with ill intentions, he might not be smiling at the end of the
Well,
day.
no, but...
I'll go and unlock that side entrance for you then. Just don't forget to turn off the lights before you both leave, okay?
Hey, wait a second. What do you mean by...
He cuts off the connection before I can finish, and the rest of my question dies in my throat. Then the latch clicks and the side door swings open. Oh, is that why she doesn't care about getting in trouble? Oof, it might be. Oh, right, because the reason she was here was to provide for her family member. Oh, that sucks. Oh, no. She doesn't have to pay for her father's medical bills anymore. Yeah, that very well could be it. Oh, no. Oh, boy. The sap, a stout man wearing a uniform still too loose on him, waits me over from the gap before he disappears behind the station again. Just my luck, here I thought I'm going to have to count on it wherever Isabella brings with her. Although no matter how much I want to feel happy, something else has already taken a firm seat in the forefront of my mind. Is that why she's been acting not like herself today? Since when? Of course, as soon as I step into the building, I try to push all of these questions as far down as I can. I need to focus. Work is work. But if what I've heard is exactly what I think it is, if it's a sign of things to come, honestly, I don't feel too good about that. I am very worried about the fact that they are showing me the elevator as a picture. It means something bad is gonna happen here. They don't show you a picture if they're not gonna make use of it. Getting real really quickly? Yeah, oof, that's not even the funny kind of sad. That's just very, very bad. That's, like, not fun. It's a quiet ride up to the 7th floor where the BRC Luxembourg main office is. So it's been kind enough to switch the guest elevator power on, just as I'm about to head for the fire exit stairs. Which is a welcome relief. I'm an active guy, but stairs, I don't want to tire out too quickly in case things get ugly. Yeah, it's a very good idea to not take stairs up, right Mavis? Right Mavis? I'm so sorry for bullying you for this. I feel like a bully. I need to stop. You probably won't be any trouble with the building this quiet, but you never know. I swear, the whole place definitely feels eerie at this time of night. Right. But until I've confirmed anything, these are still just stories. Worse things can happen. No need to scare myself. Staying calm means fewer mistakes.
Oh, I sure am fucking gutsy, especially with what I'm doing.
I'm breaking a lot of laws here. I'm also putting Isabella in a lot of risks. Best thing that could come out of this is that Isabella's right all along. Worst case scenario, 1. Someone finds out Isabella's involvement in this and her boss fires her. 2. I find evidence that would implicate BRC or look right in the crime, and my meddling, if I'm not careful enough, makes it in dismissal in court. Though I'll be honest, I strongly prefer losing my job or facing right over some spirit or ghost or whatever it is. I could always work around the problems with the former. Isabella could also find a better job. BRC never did pay her properly despite her efforts. But fighting off a phantom, how does one even do that? Do cons even work with them? I don't think they will, buddy. I don't think they will.
Yeah, not going to happen.
But tonight, I'm here to fix things. If I do it without leaving a trail, all the better. Good thing that's what I'm good at. Easy way in! Find a way into BRC with the help of a friend. Why is that an achievement? Oh, I know why. It's probably because of... I'm assuming it's because their relationship is high. I'm assuming if their relationship is bad, this might not happen. Or either that or you know, if you kill Isabella, that might also be a problem, you know. That's also a thing. I forgot that it can happen. What I'll probably never be good at is finding the proper words when a stage calls for it. But seeing Isabella's small form beyond those doors, how she's pushing through despite carrying an entirely different burden this time, how she's pretending as if everything's normal, it's difficult not to try. People who have never looked beyond her smiles will never know, will never understand. Hell, even Rebecca's probably not yet aware of this. I get it, we have other problems at hand. I've done the same thing plenty of times to protect myself after all. But it's all in her eyes when she glances up at the few light raps I give to the door. She wastes no time in leaving this mess of papers on the table and opening it for me, though even her confusion as she takes in my presence barely hides it.
Seb, let you in?
The rough in her voice rings a whole different tune now that I'm aware why. But knowing it's different from her, hearing it straight from her, I can't simply bring this up, can I? It's not a topic suited for casual conversation, and I know she wants to talk to me about it. As much as I want to help, there's a distance between us I'll never be able to cross. One that wouldn't even be there if it wasn't for me. Perhaps if I had been more honest years ago and less of a coward, I might have been able to. Figures I couldn't even do that for the one person I keep telling myself that I care deeply about.
What can I say? I'm a very charming person.
To a rock, maybe?
This is the closest we can get to it, I suppose. The light banter, the fleeting glances, or sometimes the long bouts of silence. And it's enough. For me it is, because even without words, there's comfort. With her, it's easy.
Must be a pretty cool rock then.
Ugh, get over yourself.
Hey now, I deserve some slack here. Today's supposed to be my day off, and yet here I am helping you out.
Helping? By standing at the door?
Well, you're not exactly letting me in.
Despite what she says, she moves to block me when I try to enter. She must have expected this the second we walked up the building's entrance and counted on the night staff guard to bar me from the place. It's reassuring to know she's worried about me, although it's a bit misplaced at the moment. Besides, her concerns aside, I can't really let her go into the thick of things without me, not with all the problems on her plate on her plate right now. Oh no, is something gonna appear behind her?
Seriously, Ash, Seb might get in trouble for this. You might get in even bigger trouble with your boss.
And you're not? We've already talked about this back at Zach's. It's out of the question.
What? Why did he shout? I'm so confused. Why did he suddenly...
Isabella!
Like, huh? Is it just me or is that voice line very misplaced? Why?
At least do it for Seb, please. He's a really nice guy. With the way things are going here, he's...
On that, I agree with her. Seb's not such a bad fellow, might be a little careless with his job and he talks too much, but he means well. I didn't see the guy leave here with a bad record in case something goes wrong. However, the anxious look she shoots back to the table behind her, an even bigger worry.
Did you find something? Aside from what you told me about yesterday?
Not yet. I'm not sure. I haven't started going through the files we have in the records room. Just the ones they handed to me in rows.
Let me see.
Wait, Ash!
Isabella, I already promised you that no one's going to get in trouble after we're done here, even Seb. I'll make sure we leave the place clean.
Her hesitation's still there, a split second of indecision as she tries to form an argument. Eventually, when nothing comes to mind, she steps aside.
Okay, but we can't take the original files out of this office, clear? Not even a single sheet. We'll just have to make a copy.
Don't worry, that's the plan.
It appears to reassure her. A nod, then shortly, she gestures for me to follow. Passing the sea of cubicles, I can't help but take in everything in their office, a force of habit for the most part. As far as I know, BRC Luxburn used to own this whole building. Offices in several floors once upon a time, but real estate is still a lucrative business for the company in this side of the country. The competition showed up, and suddenly everything's not so good anymore. It only got worse as the years went by, or so according to the rumors. Now the branch is just this floor, despite what the huge sign at the building's facade says, and frankly, it's not too hard to believe when one looks at the state of this room right now. A number of desks have been cleared out. Personal mementos are scarce as if the employees have gone on an exodus. That'll be the downsizing. Probably. Still worrisome though. Of course, I shake away all of this when Isabella starts handing me the paper she's been looking through. Focus, Ray. There's no point in whining or dwelling on it any longer. That's why we're here in the first place. To find out what the real deal is the old-fashioned way. Isabella's presence is a whole other blessing too. I couldn't imagine how long this would have taken if I pushed through in going here alone.
Is this everything? Where are the documents you mentioned?
Still locked up in the records room. Do you need them now?
Bring them here. Everything that has to do with the mansion's sale. Even those who worked on it during the renovations. The cleanup. Everything. Including your mandatory sign-in sheets.
It's nothing to bring up, but at least it elicits a laugh from her before she heads for the records room. She remembers. And no matter how weak the sound of it is from her usual ones, it's a welcome thing to hear. It reminds me that the Isabella I know is still in there. Wait, why did she laugh about signing sheets? Am I not remembering something here? Does my memory suck? Mavis, you know this game, sorta. Do you know why she's laughing? She returns minutes later with a thick stack of folders and binders. For our next half of the hour, we work in complete silence while we dig into everything compiled in the folders. Not an easy task considering how thick the whole thing is, but there's two of us. In fact, Isabella does most of the work, sorting the contracts, the employee lists, and stuff we won't need into a neat pile. Just the files for the restoration alone makes up a stack of papers that's an inch thick. Third-party service providers hired by the masonry, radiators, woodworking, plasterwork, slate roofing, and a whole bunch of other things are well documented. I wasn't paying that close attention, yeah, apparently I wasn't either. Hell, every single contractor who worked on this project were listed individually, even if they were just here to do the plumbing. It's a high-profile and high-cost estate, alright. But with its scope comes out the loopholes. Means plenty of room to hide something in, if there's something fishy going on. All I have to do is find a pattern, and it doesn't take long. Upon closer glance, despite the original owner shouldering the renovation costs, and it'll be surprising if they've managed to break even on the Ermengarde mansion. But with the additional expenses for the open house, the commission for their agents, and other overhead fees. At one point, the negotiations to get it listed under BRC's name almost broke down too, some disagreement about the listing price. They owners wanted to be rid of it as quickly as possible while keeping the worth at a profitable level. BRC was insisting on a higher amount than what their appraiser suggested. This, plus the rumor about their branch closing. BRC Luxembourg really is in the red, and the sale of this mansion could have easily been a desperate move to keep the branch afloat.
No wonder the final sale happened as fast as it did. Did you know about this?
No. They took it off our hands after I submitted the final documents for the sale. I didn't even know until I read this. I'm not sure if Rose did. I've only been given the key to the records room after she... Anyway, my point is, they've kept all the files from me. Rose was the one who compiled everything from our side. And even then, she was probably not aware of this. There's only so much they let us know. After that, they just told us to wait for our commission, and that the legal team would handle the rest. The rumors are true, huh?
Seems so.
Sheesh, this place is just unlucky, going bankrupt while the rest of this crap is happening. But this isn't what we're looking for. What we need is the who, the people aside from Isabella and Cooper involved in this business with the mansion, and the how they are now. We can't do much with the outside contractors, they won't be on file, the employee list on the other hand. And with the two people working through the file, the whole task still takes quite a while. It's a quarter of an hour later when we put down the papers to the side and move on to the clients upon Isabella's insistence. For that, the signing form from the open house comes in handy. Something that gives me a laugh when I spy a fake name. Oh, that's why they were laughing, because I forgot that he snuck into the freaking open house. Oh, that's also why he was there, because he was investigating Luke. Right. I forgot about that. Okay, Ashley. Something that gives me a laugh when I spy the fake name I wrote on one of the
Why'd I
sheets.
even pick this name? It sounds so lame.
What, Ashley? Is there something wrong? I guess.
What name?
Nothing important. Just focus on those papers you have. We need to finish this soon, before Seb suspects anything.
She snatches the paper away before the thought of hiding it occurs to me. Not that there's much secret in it. Isabella found me that afternoon anyway, but still.
Lee?
I've been careless that day, telling Luke right without confirming where they were headed off to. While the butler's terribly efficient in keeping the rights engagement from the public, there are other ways if only I've given it the time of my day. What? There are other ways if only I've given it the time of my day. In retrospect, I've been so eager, too impatient to find something that'll crack the case and be done with it. Maybe my failure goes as far back as the day of the open house, not during the party last night.
Yeah, well, I was pressed for time.
Seriously? Ashley? Were you even trying?
I mean, I'm sure there's somebody out there in the world called Ashley.
Oh, come on. You didn't even notice I was the one who wrote it down.
Of course I wouldn't. Only an idiot would use his real name.
It worked, though. Admit it. It's genius. Who would have thought, huh?
I mean, here's the thing. It would have been weirder if she called out to him and called him Ash even though he wrote a different name down. Like, honestly, using the same first name, even though it's, you know, easier to get you caught, at least it didn't get him caught on that front. She responds with a roll of her eyes, then drops the matter entirely by shoving the paper back into my hands. Lapsed back to her respective tasks afterwards, wordily skimming through everything. Read, set aside, get another one. Looking back at the sign-in sheet, I spot Luke right and Hannah right listed up top. Not that I don't know about them already, of course, but scanning through the list, a name immediately comes to my attention.
Madeline Williams.
Something wrong?
Huh? No, just that I remember this girl listed here.
She frowns, moves her seat closer, and takes a careful read at the sheet. There's a long moment before she speaks up again, but from the way she tenses, she appears to be expecting the worst already.
What about her?
She was with me, in the group following Cooper, when we toured the upstairs part of the mansion, I mean. Rather loud one, especially when we took a peek into the attic. Kept talking about the ghost stories the whole tour.
Then, do you think she's...
She was reported missing 3 days after.
There was a ruckus at the precinct the day her family filed it. Threats were naturally given at a lack of progress days later, desperate ones. Her family is willing to shell out all the cash they have just to find her. To no avail, unfortunately. Officer Benjamin has been in a bad mood ever since he spoke with them, but what can he do? What can we do? He's tight, we're all tight, there's only so much we're able to do with everything that's been shoved into our hands recently.
She still hasn't been found. It's already been a week.
Isabella makes no further comment aside from one nod. Instead, she sits back on her chair with a distant look in her eyes, her hands balling to a fist. She struggles with her frustration. Or maybe it's anger. But the moment doesn't last too long. Soon her grip loosens and she folds her hands back onto her lap. Her expression, however, is one I've seen so many times in a mirror. What does one say about a person burdened not by one loss but many, who carries it in her shoulders like a badge of shame? I've yet to find the answer to that myself. Until then, the only way is forward, personal to see where our attempts at fixing our mistakes might lead us. And despite my own doubts, a glimpse of that look on her face is enough to reason for me. I can't just give up. There's too much at stake, too much to lose. And with a renewed focus, I continue. On the last sheet, I spot another one. Beatrice is wild, when I recall from the newspaper obituaries. Died of a heart attack. A letter of correspondence expressing condolences to her family covers as much in the files. Passed away at age 74 in their sleep.
She's at that age. It certainly could have been a natural death.
Right? I like to believe so. But soon my letters turn up when I rummage through the stack, and it leaves nothing more than a foreboding feeling in me. They're all just the families of clients who have passed away in the past week. Regardless, these go into the pile of things worth looking into after a visit here, along with Williams' info sheet. There are just so many names, so many faces, each one I've seen that day, and here I am wondering if they're all right. It isn't a selfless thought that brings the question to mind. Rather, it's the logic that if more of them are still alive, the more people I can choose to question. Nothing's concrete, of course. These are just speculations, but we're making progress. On some of the sign-in sheets, I stashed it all away along with the growing pile to my left and pulled out as many of the other documents Isabella has already prepared for me. We're working through the employee list now, those who have been assigned to the mansion. Because if Isabella was to be believed, if what she's seen and what happened to Rose Cooper is because of that letter, I need to know everyone who has possibly read it aside from the three of us, if they've been noticing strange things too. For all I know, these may just have been a terrible coincidence. Although the thought of that starts to diminish as we dig deeper into the BRC company files. 15 minutes later, the stack close to my elbow has risen from 5 to 21 different dossiers. Client and employee documentation. People have either visited the open house or worked on the property in some capacity since the letter's discovery. Turns out there were 2 more employees who handled the mansion directly, aside from Cooper and Isabella. Christian Tsai, the realty specialist, and Mark Schuler's Jean-Marie, the estate appraiser.
This C guy, he was in custody just the other day.
Really? Sir John has been looking for him. He stopped reporting to work a few weeks ago. Are you sure it's the same person?
Yep, this is him. Folks at the precinct said they went to his house after a noise complaint. They found him just acting all crazy. Had to take him in when he started getting violent. He kept screaming about a woman.
Immediately sees Stephens. I don't want to bring it up or imply a connection to Isabella's story, but that's exactly what happened.
He was driving the guards mad, but he didn't last too long in there. A few hours in, and he
oh
just started
no.
bashing his own head against the wall, and, well...
Oh yikes. Oh yikes.
It was messy, to say the least.
Oh no, we had no idea. Is he okay? HR just marked him as AWOL because none of their calls would get through.
He's in the hospital right now. I heard they're putting him into a psychiatric ward as soon as he recovers. He's still a bit unstable.
Yikes. Jean-Marie, on the other hand, his employee file notes his date of leaving, even when his final payment had been given. Along with it, there's a letter to his family about their appraiser being found dead in the office. Communication is hush-hush, and there's no mention of compensation if they don't talk about it to the media. Inspector Abigail has often scolded me for not reading the reports on a regular basis, but I try to keep it up to date as much as I can. When I do, I make sure I'm aware of the gist of what's going on in my city. This has never reached the police's ears or the health and safety executive.
Do you know about this guy?
One glance at her says everything. They've hidden it from the media, they've kept it from the police. It's not surprising that it's also a secret from someone of Isabella's position in this company. Fuck.
Rose was looking for him. Last week. We haven't heard anything from him either. Until now. They never mentioned this to us.
Business going under and someone dies while working here. Of course I want to keep that quiet, it's bad publicity. This whole thing is just getting freakier by the minute. Nevertheless, I hand the files over for Isabella to make a copy of.
The pages with their names, addresses, and contact numbers will do. We'll start with the ones who live within the city.
Sometimes, there are things you really can't just brush off as mere coincidences. In my line of work, once a pattern pops up, it's only right to be suspicious. Especially the thing with Sai, it hits too close to the stuff of my own friends have been telling me.
All of this?
It's considerably thinner than the one she brought in, yet somehow the way she hugs the folders close to herself makes it seem heavier. Like she's hanging onto it in the same manner one will latch onto on to a lifeline.
Only the noteworthy ones.
I'm fucking up my reading right now. Let me just lock in. And those that might still be alive. Might. She doesn't need to know that.
We can't check the outside contractors, but the guys with the direct connection to BRC and the people who attended the open house should be enough. We don't have time to see how everyone's doing, especially if what you said is true.
For a second, she appears about to argue, then quickly decides against it and hides the way before anyone reads the question in her face. Then, in a too abrupt motion, she turns towards the copier and gets to work. Soon, only the machine's constant thrum fills the air around us while I keep myself busy cleaning up the messes we've made. Lack of talk is awkward, to put it mildly, disturbing at worst. I've gotten so used to just letting her just babble away whenever it's just the two of us. Yeah, we're on this day. I could tell, however, she wants to do more. She wants to fix this mess herself, and that desire makes her antsy. But at the same time, she is learning how to not be impulsive or stubborn, exactly as I have told her yesterday before agreeing to any of this. Or maybe these so-called changes have always been been with her. Dire situations have always pushed people to change after all. Oh my goodness, I need to take a sip of my tea. I'm still waiting for tomorrow's big call. I'm waiting for it too. Like, I want to see the angst. I love the angst. I'm kind of happy. I'm not gonna say kind of happy someone died, but you know, I love the. I need some more drama. It's been a bit too tame this day. This day is too much information dumping, too little angst. Ow, my tea is still very hot. In an atmosphere that's tense and charged, what is there for us to talk about? Certainly not the news. What's worse is when you realize all of this in hindsight right after you've already run your mouth off.
You know, for a house your company seems to be in a hurry to sell, they still made quite a fortune out of it.
Word, please, please, please.
Look at this. 1, 2, 3... 6.
Whew.
Are you sure they're planning to give your entire share for this? This isn't a small amount, especially given the usual cut. And their accounting department isn't in the greatest shape either.
Even if they don't, it's not like someone still needs it.
Oh no, we're getting to the family death part. And there's the reason why people don't let me talk. Silence once again in the center of the room, denser compared to the ones we shared tonight. Behind me, I can still hear her movements, sharp and precise while she feeds the originals to the machine. Oh dang. There's one last click, all of it stops. Her feet shuffle lightly against the floor when she moves away. Something creaks softly, presumably the table, as she settles her weight against its side. By this time, an apology is already at the tip of my tongue, but...
Belle,
Papa's gone, Ash.
Well, at least she's opening up to him. He probably wasn't expecting that. With those scant few seconds, everything between us shifts and the gravity of our words sinks. Right then and there, something harsh and immovable rises between us. That's just something I'm familiar with, almost 10 years in the police force, and it's impossible not to be acquainted with it. But this is different from those dead bodies we examined in forensics, a far cry from the victims we found from a bad investigation. Those I could easily distance myself from, no emotional attachments, no need for pretenses. Yet somehow I still find myself grasping for things to tell her, any words of comfort that'll dull the pain. Because even without looking at her, her grief feels palpable enough, her pain, an immutable weight hanging over us. So gently I offer... I don't want them to hate each other. I didn't like their shit because of Rebecca's jealousy, but I don't hate them together. Like, there are a lot of terrible ships in this game, but I don't hate this one as much. I think these two are okay. Just stay busy. Yeah, no, we're gonna make her feel better. Yeah.
Huh? When what?
Your dad. I mean, when did you find out?
She doesn't answer, not immediately anyway. For a long moment, the hush simply stretches out before us, spanning across the seconds we let it pass while we both simply stand there waiting. Eventually, she exhales. Lightly, muted enough that I might have missed it had I not been paying attention to her every movement.
Yesterday. Around 3 in the afternoon there. Mama called. She told me he passed away in his sleep, and I guess I can take comfort in that, huh? That Papa wasn't in any pain when...
She drills off, releases another ragged breath, and hidden underneath her chuckles. It sounds mirthless, heavy with nothing but sorrow. As she falters into silence, and all for my attempts at lightening her burden, I'm suddenly at a loss. Reassurances could only do so much, when her only reasons for staying here was suddenly taken from her. A hope yanked underneath her feet after it was generously given. And without the one person who pushes her to endure all of this shit we're going through, she is going through, means nothing but a struggle. What does one say to a person fraying at the edges, slowing wearing thin and breaking? Are words even enough? What right do I have anyway? I cannot give her anything apart from the lies that changed me as a person, and affection she may or may not even want for herself. Because no matter how easy she has wormed herself into our lives, how immutable her presence has become, her own heart will always yearn for something else. For home.
Tell me about him.
Huh? About what?
Your dad. Tell me about him. Anything. Just talk. Say anything you want. Doesn't matter what it is. I'll listen.
Silence again, as if she's testing the weight of my question. What purpose it is, for a reason that even I can't say right now. After a while, though, she starts, reluctantly, her voice hitching, faltering and stumbling on each syllable as she chooses her words. A rough start, but soon it steadies. And along with it, to keep company, the stories from childhood and memories she's fond of. Are the tears. Oh. Oh no, no, don't make it sad. Don't make it actually sad. Like I want this game to be funny sad. I want this game to be angsty, not genuinely sad. Gosh darn it. I mean, listen, everyone might be dying and doing badly, but at least hopefully maybe these two will have their happy ending. I guess that's okay. I guess I don't mind that. Despite this, in spite of the grief choking her words off, the hurt closing her throat, and the sobs racking from her light form, she continues, like the mere act of speaking is a relief in itself. At release, she tells me of her father, the very person who named her, how she looked up to him, how she was a bit of a tomboy growing up in her attempts to imitate him. How the man encouraged her to pursue what she really wanted. Perhaps even the only thing she did for herself, having grown up not wanting anything more than the food to put on the table.
He told me I don't have to listen to them. That I can do what I want. Every day, he'd wake up at 4, Ash. Because he'd earn more that way. And every time, every single time, he'd give them to me. Whatever extra he earned, he'd hand them all. So I'd have something to use for my paintings.
Poor Bella indeed. I feel very bad for her. I feel like she definitely gets the short end of the stick in this game.
And you know what? Back home, just a good tube of paint costs almost as much as what we spend for food the whole day. But he'd always set something aside. Told me he wanted to see my paintings in a museum one day.
She pours all of it out, every little thing she loved and admired about him. Like this, it's easy to see why she's gone to such great lengths for him, why she has abandoned her dreams, why she went against his wishes just to grant him another chance at life. Others will say it's her born that draws people to her or her cheer. Neither are wrong, but neither is the whole truth there either. Because those who have never bothered to look beyond the surface will never see it, see her. Rebecca, Rebecca, this is about Rebecca. What? Wait, what? Did someone say something? It's almost like I don't like Rebecca. See someone earnest, see someone who has always meant well despite her underlying stubbornness. This is how she loves. Warm, steadfast, unflinching. And for me, many people like her, not in my line of work, not with the kind of people I've had to deal with. Always something to hide, always something to lie about. Eventually, when you run across too many of them, you change, you become like them. In many ways, for a lot of reasons. She's the kind of person I want to be and be around with. Mavis, I know you don't like Ash. Okay, gonna go lyric here later, B. Bye, Banane, bye-bye. But Mavis, be so real. I know you don't like Ash, but come on. I think I might root for this relationship. Like, she is inspiring him to do better. Like, Mavis, can we put aside the making fun of Ash to say that this relationship is maybe okay? Well, can you give me the go-ahead for that? Come on. Bro, stand to be an extrovert in the middle of her grief? No! He's not being an extrovert in the middle of her grief. He is praising her, you silly. Okay. Good. I want them to have a good relationship. Who made me feel like I am still worth something?
Didn't want me to leave. Said, begged that I should finish my studies first.
In the end, I couldn't even grant him that one request. I'm a terrible daughter, aren't I?
You're not.
Huh?
Okay, I take back what I just said. Oh my god, his haircut. Like, his haircut looks fine in another images, but my god, does it look bad in this one. I'm so sorry, this is such a sad scene that we're ruining it, but talking about Ash, but we'll really be blushing in the middle of her crying. I was with him when he was praising her, but this is just being a bit silly. I feel like Becca dying might have fucked it up. No! I mean, Listen, they could trauma bond. Listen, they could trauma bond. They could trauma bond. They could trauma bond. I think, actually no, I don't think Becca dying will have messed it up. I think Becca staying alive might have messed it up because she still likes Ash and whatever. They could trauma bond. He looks like he is wearing multiple wigs. He is. He does look like that. Like, you know what? Oh my god. Mate, I'm gonna have to add one to the Danganronpa counter for this, but he looks like freaking the way they made the protagonist look in the remake of Danganronpa 2x2. It looks so freaking stupid. Or the remake of Danganronpa 2, which is called 2x2. But you know, they made him look like freaking Danganronpa 2 remake Hajime. Let me show you what I mean. Let me show you. Let me show you the picture. This is the energy it's giving, right? They go to the same hairstylist. They go to the same barber. Look at a layered haircut. Not him. What is wrong with him? What is wrong with Hajime? Why are you saying not him? Also, I have to add to my counter, goddammit. I wonder if there's even a single stream where I don't bring up that stupid ass game. Yay, I'm at 31 now. But seriously, why are you saying not him? I'm curious. Why are you reacting? I got saw NSFW art of him before? What the fuck? When did you see NSFW art of Hajime? What? Wait, what? I'm gonna throw up. No! Mavis, no! No, he's the protagonist of the second. I mean, I guess you don't have to see him very often because, you know, actually that might change with the remake. I might have lied, but generally you don't see him because, you know, he's the protagonist, so you're looking from his perspective. But oh no. Also, I don't think you were here. I talked about this at the start of. Actually, I don't think I talked about it at the start of the stream. I think I talked about it when I was in the VC beforehand. But there's a lot of theories going around that they are going to make Hajime x Nagito canon in Danganronpa 2x2. So you're probably gonna see a lot more NSFW art if you're not careful. Because oh no, I am very terrified for what would happen if they make the yaoi canon. Why? Because it will make the yaoi fans go absolutely mental. That's why. The Fujoshis are gonna eat that shit up. Anyways, back to the actual game. Oh my god, I really need to shut up about Danganronpa, like, for real serious. Back to Ash's stupid haircut.
You're not. I can't speak for your dad. I haven't even met the man. But I know you're not.
I want adult chips. Yeah, no, I mean... Here's the thing, I cannot answer without spoiling the game. But I will say they are adults. They are adults. But also it's kind of questionable because they don't look like their adult selves, but mentally they are adults, which just makes it very, very weird. Like, ugh. But like Ash goaded, yeah. I don't know how to explain the weird situation with the ages in Danganronpa 2. Like, out of all the Danganronpa games, Danganronpa 2 is the most confused one. That's a tiny bit better. Yeah, no, it's... I mean, it also depends. They might have been depicted as their adult selves. I don't know that. Like, it depends on what piece of media they decided to adapt it from. But yeah, no, they are mostly adults. There's a small asterisk there that I cannot explain without spoiling the entire game. But, you know, they are technically adults. I would still not look up their NSFW just because no, but, you know. Anyways, moving on. I'm not entirely sure where I'm going with this. The remark just came out. Now I'm stringing all these together as I go. But one thing is certain, none of what I'm about to say is a lie.
The Isabella I know is a total klutz, but I've never seen anyone work as hard as she does.
Yeah.
She's the type who wears her heart on her sleeve, though it's not necessarily a bad thing.
I feel so
It's
bad
always in
for
the right place.
I feel so bad for talking about Danganronpa yaoi. Look, it's a very emotional moment. I am so good at ruining moments in games. I need to shut up.
She's intimidated by a lot of stuff, but she knows how to appreciate the smallest things in life.
Oh, hi, new chatter. Hi. Alias. Hi.
Frankly, you've caused us no small amount of trouble since you barged into our lives. But when I'm with you, all of my worries seem trivial.
Wait, why am I becoming Disney? Is the world punishing me for this? Let me hold up 1 second. Sorry about that. I think it might be too hot in this room because I was about to pass out. Let's not die on stream, shall we? But yeah, you saw nothing. Indeed, you heard nothing. He has already crept up my face when the turn this whole thing is about to take registers. Before I blurt the rest of it out, declare feelings, I'm not even ready to reveal to anyone, much less to her. My hands go up to smother the rest of it. The embarrassment quickly takes the reins before I can completely clamp my mouth shut.
And I'm pretty sure Zach and Becca think the same way. You have a nasty way of growing on people like that, and you know what? We got everything we needed in here. I'll just wipe the security recordings and we're good to go. While I'm at it, you better wipe the snot off your face. And you don't look very nice when you're balding like that.
Of course he had to ruin it by being a total fucking tsundere. Shut up. Also, why did I pronounce it like that? I said it with the most Dutch accent ever. A fucking tsundere. But yeah, no, he's Toontoon. Fucking hell. Where's the horror? I want my horror back. I want ghosts be jump scaring me. Why is it just a romance drama? You know, I said earlier this stream that maybe my stream was really the noon freaking drama show that you watched mindlessly all along, and honestly I'm starting to think I might have been right. If I was talking about my recently passed away dad and some e-boy confessed to me, I might have lost it. I mean, he held himself back. He knew it was not an appropriate time and he held himself back. It's the bare minimum, but you know. Fucking hell. Oh, Ash. Here's the I gather everything. The personnel files, client documents, sales agreements, and contracts. Anything my hands could reach. In record time, all of it has been stacked into a neat pile, ready for storage. I'm heading for the record room, not a few seconds later. Wherever that is. I should be an easy find, unless this place is a maze of some sorts, which I highly doubt. Still be staying here and seeing the look on her face. Crap. Really, her anger is still bearable. I can take that, including the glower she sends my way.
So, yeah, I'll go get the security videos and put these back where you pulled them from. Man, these are heavy, you know?
Oh, he's so terrible. He has 0 riz. His riz is in the negatives. Oh no.
Ash, it's just paper. You don't even know where I...
Oh, no, I can handle this. Easy as pie. And, yeah, security cams, tapes, videos, cams.
You know what type of person he is? He is the type of person who would shoo away his embarrassment by throwing fucking finger guns at people. He's the kind of person that would be blushing and stuttering over his words and then go, you know, and freaking throw finger guns at someone. That's the kind of energy he is giving right now, and I hate it. That's so terrible. It's so bad. Ash, please never risk again.
Yeah, I'm off.
The second-hand embarrassment. Her rejection at this point, maybe not yet. Getting the files back to PRC's archive room is a cinch. With the documents back in their proper places, I looked at the door behind me, checking it twice just to make sure. Not in the next order of business, removing the evidence of our little excursion in here, or at the very least, the part showing that what we've done during the past hour. Can't have our faces blasted on security footage showing us breaking the law as it were. I'm gonna have to wipe that data where Isabella's access card entries too. Surprisingly, finding her security room proves to be a breeze. What will be tricky is getting inside. The fact that no one has walked out during this whole time we've been here means the room is either empty or the security is sound asleep. I'm backing more on the former. If they're cutting corners and firing agents, I have no doubts that they've hired the guy stationed here. They fired the guy stationed here if they have anyone watching the monitors in the first place. It's a rather common thing for establishments, just leave security recording indefinitely and only check the footage if something actually happens. Just to check, I press my ears against the door, listening for a sign of anyone occupying the room. After a long minute, nothing, I give the knob a few rattles.
Standard lock and key. Should be easy enough to pick.
We have lockpick sets, but those are only to be used if necessary and with a search warrant. Even then, it's a skill set rarely needed. Solidity isn't on the cop's priority if they have the authority to search the premises. Bolt cutters and brute force are favorite methods. If those fail, we call a locksmith. Me, I prefer the good old hairpin trick when those options aren't available. Besides, they're easy to hide and store for emergencies. Running my hand through my hair, I pull a pair of bobby pins. Two of these, I could just about open any standard lock. One makes a lever and the other makes a handle. I do actually know how this works. I've watched enough lock-picking lawyer videos in my freaking 3 a.m. tired as fuck YouTube watching. So I know how he's gonna use those. I won't call it a complex skill, but it certainly takes time and a lot of practice to successfully pick a lock. Good thing I've practiced with them for a bit in my college years. I learn more when they're accessible and standard issue for a law enforcement officer. A wiggle here, a click there, and I managed to seize all the pins in the locking mechanism soon enough. Let's I turn up the knob, the security room's ripe for the picking. Uh-oh. 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 I have a bad feeling about this one. Why did you leave Isabella by herself? You idiot. I mean, I know why. It's because you want to give her space and you're blushing and embarrassed. But dude, something bad is so gonna happen. The room's odor hits me first. A sharp nauseating stench as if someone has accidentally spilled a gallon of bleach in the room. What's the last time they opened this place?
Ugh, this place smells awful. Jesus, it's worse than the forensics lab on a bad day.
Oh, there might be a dead body in here. That's probably because of the badly botched effort to clean the place up. Even in the dark, I just play a dry, dark stain on the walls. Yeah, somebody died in here. I feel like I don't have the time to try and play as this ketchup or soda right now. But I have this strange gut feeling who the mess might belong to. As expected, no security personnel mans the office's CCTV controls and the standalone VR setup is open for anyone. Normally, I'd have a heap of things to say about this sloppy security setup, but right now, their negligence makes the whole task of erasing evidence easier.
No fuss, no muss.
What the fuck does that even mean? The next one should be the access card data. Hopefully getting into their computer won't be too much of a hassle. Brace for impact. Oh, am I getting rated again? Oh boy. I know by now that when you say that, Carol, I'm about to get rated. You say the same freaking message every time. Oh, yeah, there we go. Hi, Coffee! Hi, Coffee! Carol, can you give her a shout out? Pretty please. Pretty please for me. Hi! Hi, Raiders! Hi, I'm Pizza. I am a silly bee. Oh my god, there's another person raiding. Hi, another hate person. Hi, Dark Dragon Kingy. Hi, I'm playing a horror visual novel game. That's very dramatic and weird, and I'm probably about to get jump scared because there's a ghost, and I don't know, there's a blood stain in this room, so it's probably not very good. You're good to yes, hi. Of course, everything for my best friend. Alright, buddy, whatever you say, buddy. Everything up until now has been smooth sailing. There have been a few hiccups, I'll give it that, though it does nothing to dampen the good mood I'm in. Dude, Why are you in a good mood? Isabella just told you about her freaking father dying and she cried. Why are you in a good mood? You said it yourself on Discord. I was joking. Shut up. Fine, whatever you say, Gabriel. Also shift my attention to the machine, sitting next to the DVR setup. All of it swiftly evaporates. I am no computer buff, but I can definitely recognize one more than a decade old. Simply looking at it makes me feel younger. With a heavy sigh, I power it up and mentally prepare myself for the slow slug. Slow apparently remains an understatement here. It takes a whole 3 minutes for the thing to start up. The OSS haven't even started loading, and in my boredom, I started inspecting the live feeds from the cams. Only 2 work, one viewing the outside. Everything seems to be in order there, and the other for the main workspace where... It's a fleeting glimpse, a cursory glance, but the sight of it stops me. The image is a bit blurry. Oh, that's the ghost. The ghost is in there. Why did you leave Isabella alone? Never split up in the middle of a freaking horror game. I swear, horror movie logic. Boo. Oh, hi, Coffee, yes. She might still be in there. Oh, she is still in there. Gosh darn it. The image is a bit blurry, but standing there, right in the middle of the room, by one of the cubicles, I can make out the form of a...
What the hell is...
I don't get too far into the line of thought. No, a few seconds after my words have slipped out, without any sort of warning, while I'm still trying to make sense of what it is. The figure moves. Oh, I think he might be the one in danger, not Isabella. Are we about to get the freaking ring scene where it crawls out of the television? I think that's what's about to happen, not gonna lie. Oh yeah, it totally is. I just know it. I hate the cooldown. Oh, there's a cooldown between shoutouts, I see. I missed the spook my dad called. It's okay, the spook is still going. The figure moves. A moment of paralysis hits me when she stops right in front of the camera. Like a damn rookie, I still go in the face of danger. I go still in the face of danger. I definitely haven't been trained to handle the supernatural, and this is one, isn't it? And... oh fuck. Her eyes were into me, the malice and numb piercing. Even beyond the screen, it's enough to make me go numb. Only the mug crashing to the floor, where my hand accidentally takes a swipe at it, snaps me out of my trance, reminding me that I'm not the only one here. Isabella, it seems she hasn't noticed anything. Am I the only one seeing this? In any case, whatever's happening, I have to get her out. Gathering my wits, I quickly reach for my phone. She is still in YouTube chat? Wait, what is with YouTube chat? Oh, Coffee, you miss Mavis? Yeah, no, Mavis is still in my YouTube chat. Sorry, I do a stream. Mavis is on YouTube. Oh hell yeah, I didn't miss it. No, don't worry, the scare is still going on. It takes all but 2 seconds before she answers, but there's no time for relief.
Did you really have to call? We're practically on the same wall.
Get out of there.
What? What are you...
Just say that the ghost is there. Don't be so freaking fake. Let's just say, I've seen the ghost right the fuck now. Get out of that room. Stop, don't be fake. Why are you not giving her information? I swear, these characters sometimes.
Out. Get out. I'll meet you in the elevator. Just...
You're creeping me out, Ash.
Yes, I swear.
Just get yourself out of that place, now!
Without second thought, I back away from the controls, from the room, ready to be done with this place. But you have to erase the evidence, Ash. Are we about to play FNAF? We have to watch cameras for the ghost while we erase the freaking evidence? That would be hilarious. That would be actually hilarious. But before my foot even moves, she disappears.
Son of a...
What did I say? It was gonna cut off the TV and it still got me super fast. That might be the first time in this game that I actually screamed. Jesus Christ. I'm like, I just jump out of my chair. Oh my god, that got me. It is what you always say when you bring a ring to the child. Yes, she would, huh? Oh my goodness. Okay, sure. Alright, I'm keeping my hands on the keyboard. I'm probably gonna have to play a minigame here. Instantly takes over and my hand quickly reaches for the gun at my side. I don't think guns are gonna help you, buddy. Ultimate empty air. A mistake that cost me a few precious seconds while the paper I've brought with me tries to scatter everywhere at the same time. Gathering everything on myself once more with no weapon to protect myself, my sense of self-preservation kicks in, and next I lunge towards the door. I sprint across the office without daring to look back. Isabella's already waiting in front of the elevators by the time I make it out of their office. Work raises her eyebrows upon glancing at me, but I don't have the time to answer the question in her eyes. As soon as I reach her, I grab her arm and practically throw the two of us into the open elevator, slam the button for the ground floor. What did I say? What did I say? When we came through the elevator, I said there's gonna be a scary sequence here. There's gonna be a scary sequence here, or they wouldn't bother to draw the elevator. There's so gonna be a jump scare in the elevator. I am telling you right the fuck now. We are gonna see the ghost from the elevator perspective. I am telling you. I'm telling you, there's no way they would have drawn this if we're not gonna use it. A sigh of relief escapes from me when the elevator starts to descend. The clicking noise fades off into the distance. Besides me, Isabella shifts, moving the stack of papers under her arm, but she takes in my appearance. Concern in her eyes, though for all I offer her is a small gesture of my hand while I attempt to compose myself. Breathe. In, out.
Why are we in such a hurry?
We need to get out of this place. Did you get everything?
Yeah, it's all here. But really, you don't look too good. What's
Oh,
wrong,
look, it's
Ash?
an adorable creature. That is not adorable. That ghost is not adorable. You have interesting tastes in adorable creatures. Wife, kind of want to read to a ghost. Are we gonna have to do a whole they killed Mavis and now she's the ghost type deal? Because I would be up for that. I know you can make a ghost model. I know she can pull it off as well. Scary.
I'll be fine. I was in the security room. From the monitors, there was a fucking...
The rest of what I'm about to say dies on my tongue when the elevator door stops and the doors open too. What did I say? I fucking knew it. There's a moment's pause while we both take in our surroundings, confusion's understandably there.
Oh, come on! They should just replace this whole thing!
It's gonna be a jump scare. I die again, I just know it. And also, I'm probably gonna have to do a quick time.
No, I'm quite sure I pressed for the ground floor.
Right? But it's just as Isabella said, the elevator always did have a problem when I visited it in the past. Often, she becomes so angry whenever they try to get to her floor, and she'll have to repeatedly smash the button. I'm gonna have to button mash. I'm gonna have to button mash. I'm gonna have to button mash. I'm getting ready for it. I'm gonna have to button mash. And she'll have to repeatedly smash the button for the elevator to even move. It was always for a good laugh. I wasn't too worried then. Now... From the distance, beyond the light's reach, the noise echoes in my ears along with the rabbit pounding in my chest. I am always right. I know these games too well. Isabella stiffens and her eyes grow wide at the sound. Gingerly, she reaches up to grab from the hem of my sleeves and grabs it, hard and tight enough for her fingernails to dig through it. Her eyes searches wildly for the source of the sound while I stand protectively in front of her.
Ash, did you hear that?
Anyone there?
Why are you calling out? Get off this fucking floor, Ashton.
I can hear you moving from here.
Not calling out is not gonna help, Ashton.
Show yourself.
Ashton, shut. Stop it. No response, no really. You literally saw the ghost. It jump scared into your face. It's crawled off a monitor. Why are you calling out to it? Get out of here. The response, like the soft sounds of something scurrying around the floor and the walls and slow deliberate movements, made those still audible enough in this hush. Until it stops, I'm about to get jump scared again. I know it, and I'm gonna have to button mash, so I need to lock the fuck in. A moment.
We need to go, Ash. We have to.
I can't believe Isabella's the reasonable one here. And then... this time, I'm certain it isn't my imagination. Against my training, my whole body freezes. Ashton! Hands stilling, mid-press on the button, eyes growing wild while waiting for any sort of movement from further back, ears strained for the source of the sound. I can't even offer Isabella any reassurances, or say I hate to admit it, dread has seeped into every nerve in my body. And the blessed elevator still won't work.
This isn't in my fucking training manual!
Ash, we need to leave. I know that sound. Ash, please, get the elevator!
And there's a series of shuffling against the ground. I laughed her and all of a sudden she stood there. I'm gonna move my microphone because I am better at button mashing with my right hand. Like a twisted spider, she stares at us, a look of hunger in her eyes and venom in the twisted manner she smells. A cliche is well earned when we're damn flies that have been dropping right on the spider's web.
Ashton!
Damn it! Damn it!
Red warning, she moves, walking with each unhurried crawl she takes, knowing I'm at her mercy.
Fucking hell!
Is there supposed to be an image here? I feel like this blacked out bar is supposed to be an image that's just not loading in. Because we can't see the ghost.
Ashton, the door! The door!
Our lives in the heads of a crummy elevator, literally hanging between life and death. We're not going to die here. Not in a damn elevator. Fuck. Okay, okay. 8, 3, 9, fuck. 9, 4, 6, 1, 5. I pressed it. What do you mean? I got this. This game's quick times are so fucking difficult. I promise you, I'm pressing the numbers. Fuck me. At least it doesn't. Did you save? No. But it doesn't matter. You can die from the quick times. I fucked it up with Marianne too. I'm so sorry. I suck. I thought it would be button mashing, not pressing numbers. Why are we pressing different numbers? That's not how elevator keys work. You don't have to input a code. You just mash a button. Why do I have to press different numbers? I was ready for mashing, not pressing buttons. In a specific order, I'm gonna turn on my freaking numpad and hope that works. Alright, fine. Okay, that doesn't help. I don't know where the numbers are on the numpad because I don't use it. What do you mean I press 6? You are full of shit. Was I too slow? Oh my god, I swear the keypads in this. FNAF 3 movie? Why are you talking about FNAF 3 movie? What's the FNAF 3 movie? Oh, I wasn't reading. FNAF 3 is confirmed? Awesome. Come on, B, you got this. I don't got this. This is fucking really hard. Whenever I have to button mash, I feel like I'm abusing my laptop. Honestly, I'd rather this is button mashing. I could do button mashing, but this is fucking hard. I know where letter keys are on my keyboard, but I have to look for the number keys because I'm not used to typing them blindly. I didn't save because it's raw. Alright, I'll try again. I can't mess it up even once or there's just no time. Alright, 4, 9, 2, 1, 6, 5, 8, 2, 3, 9, 6, 1, 8, 5. I pressed it, what do you mean? 3, 5, 4, 2. I pressed it, what do you mean? What are you on about? I promise you I am pressing it, but does it go faster towards the end? Because I promise you I pressed that one. I promise you I pressed it. I'm fucking moving my microphone. I'm moving my microphone behind my keyboard. I'm moving my mic away from my fucking mouth so I can look at my keyboard better because apparently I suck booty cheeks. Oh no, now I can't see my screen. Fuck off. I pressed 5. No, literally, I pressed 5 that time. I don't know why it said I didn't. Yeah, just get me, I guess. I already fucked it up. You know, it stops being scary and just turns frustrating when a quick time is too hard for me to straight do it even when I get multiple attempts. Like, now it's not just a scary challenge anymore, it's just frustrating. You're too slow. Well, yes, but I have to look at my keyboard. I don't know where numbers are on my keyboard blindly, and there's no difficulty setting for this game. I guess I am being too slow. Oh, fuck me. Oh, it's a shared timer. I see. I pressed wrongly that time, that's on me. I have to. I guess I am gonna have to do it with my numpad because What are we playing today? We're playing a horror visual novel. However, unfortunately, I am ruining the horror by sucking at the quick time so much that I need to take like 10 attempts to pass it. Which, like, get faster, B. I don't know where numbers are on my keyboard. I have to look. And I can't look at the numbers that are on the thing at the same time. I'm sorry. First read the combination and answer it. That's gonna take too long. I guess I can try that, but I don't think that's gonna work. Fine. Okay, so just quick numpad it? No, because I know even less where numbers are on my numpad than on my regular keyboard, because I never use a numpad. I never used numpad in my life. Like, I'd assume it starts from 1, but no, it starts from high numbers up top and goes to low numbers on the bottom. That's just gonna get me confused. I have to do it with the regular ones, or I'm not passing this. Gosh darn it. It's all the horror just disappears when the quick time is this difficult. I always use numpad to enter numbers. No, I haven't. My keyboard does have a numpad, but I've never used it in my life. 1, 8, 6, 2, 4, 7, 2, 5, 3, 9, 3, 9, 4, 6, 8. I pressed it. What do you mean? Okay, yeah, no, fuck this. The worst part is, I thought at the start that the quick times kill you, but they don't. It's just you have to pass them or it won't let you continue the story. So this is not even gonna change anything in the freaking results of this story. It's just me failing and not being able to move on from it. So Cook, me too. So Cook, you have to do it. I know I have to do it. I am trying my best. You don't understand. I am trying my very best. But like, who the fuck uses numpad? Like, I don't even know where I'd use a numpad. Like, I don't do work with statistics or anything. The only time I have to use numbers is very rarely. I do play FNAF, but FNAF does not require me to know where the numbers are on my keyboard because it uses the freaking... Never mind. Learn with the cube's creature, I wish I could. Fine, I'll use fucking numpad. That's gonna not work, but whatever. It literally doesn't register numpad. You can't use numpad, it doesn't register. It doesn't count numpad. Yeah, just kill me already. To the people saying just use numpad, you would have fucking died because it doesn't register numpad as being inputting the numbers. I did press numlock. Do you think I might not use numpad, but I do know how it works and I press numlock. Don't you call me untech savvy. I know what I'm doing. It doesn't register them. What do you mean? I messed it up, that's on me. I pressed the wrong number. Just get me already. Yeah. So slow! I'm having to look where the numbers are. I don't know where they are based on muscle memory. Don't call me a turtle, you bitch! Christopher, what do you mean? I'm not repenting to a fucking snail. Shut your bitch ass mouth. I'm getting so mad. I got it. Fuck this game. Fuck this fucking game. This is not even funny. Like, I could do quick times. I have played games that require me to play quick times before, and I barely ever mess them up. I really don't mess them up usually. Like, not to this extent. This game is just fucking hard. I swear on God. I'm not religious, but on God. I have played games with quick times before, and none of them has been as difficult as this stupid ass game. Why are they all random freaking quests that require me to know the more stuff to my keyboard that I know about? Oh, hi, Craigie. Elevators, yes, elevator. At least, listen, at least my predictive abilities are very good because I knew it was gonna be something in this elevator. Gonna call B still? No, shut up, actually. I hate it here. As if a divine power has heard me swearing up a storm in my head. Oh, I was swearing up a word in my head. The doors closed just as that thing looms near. So an elevator that blasted thing is headed up. Isabella's knees buckle in relief, and so thick she's hugging herself without any care for the mess of papers and folders she has dropped on the floor in her panic. They're tossing one ragged breath after another, each one bringing with nothing but relief. And this is the most I've ever been tired in my whole damn life. Not during training, but my superior first asked me to drop 100. Not after a stakeout, but after smashing a fucking elevator button repeatedly. Honestly, real Ashton. I too am exhausted from that. Prediction would help if you can't react to it. I know, but that's not. I swear on God, this is not my fucking fault. These games, quick times are just really hard. I swear, this game's quick times are just really hard. I am not bad at quick times, and I am not slow. I slumped to the ground beside her, worn out, but I let myself feel relief again, not until we're out of here. I suppose he seems to be of the same mind as she looks at me. So I find myself shaking a shaky laugh with her.
We're okay. We're fine. Right?
Yeah, we're good. Alive. Fuck, we should have taken the goddamn stairs.
We really should have. Twice, I've seen it. Try to find collude the party. Unless I'm tripping balls without realizing it, there's no doubt in my mind that this is actually happening. I don't want to believe it, but with the truth staring me in the face, it'll be a stupidity to deny the reality of the matter. I woke up from a nap like an hour ago. Well, welcome in. How's everyone doing? You missed me. You missed me raging about live action Nami from the One Piece series at the start of the stream. But other than that, I am now feeling very stressed. Freaking hell. As soon as the lift hits the ground floor, we hide out of the building, Sep sound asleep when we pass by a station. However, in the face of what we've seen, everything I've faced tonight, we can't really care less about who will still see us on our way out. He didn't even erase the evidence. The evidence is just gonna stay there, I guess. But you gotta calm down, you got high cortisol. So anyways, how y'all doing? How y'all doing? Why, what's wrong with Nami? There's nothing wrong with Nami, but gooners on the internet are saying the real life actresses tatas are not big enough to match Nami, and that made me freaking rage because it's stupid. Because she's a pretty girl and people are just fucking obsessed with boobies, I guess. Gooners also think the actress chest is too small. Yeah, exactly. Like, they want her to have freaking balloon-looking fucking tatas. It's ridiculous. Anyways. The sooner we get away from this place, the farther the better. Don't go to my Twitch after I time you out on YouTube, Gyro. That's not how you're supposed to do that. My rage bait worked. Yes, it did work because I was already angry. You don't have to do much rage baiting when the person is already enraged. Like, that's not even an accomplishment. The game did the rage baiting. You just profited off of it, Gyro. Shut the fuck up. They edited your chest with AI to show how it should look like, yeah. Imagine being that miserable. The anime already has unrealistic body proportions. That's what I said as well. Like, you're not gonna find someone in real life who looks like the anime because it's freaking unrealistic. Like, not even plastic surgery can copy that. It's never gonna look like that. That's my specialty. I guess it kind of is your specialty, which is why you're nobody's favorite. Nobody's favorite mod, and especially not my best friend. The sooner we get away from this place, the farther the better. I was not sure if that also means being safe. She almost got us, damn it. The fucking thing almost had us. Oh, Ashton, honey, it got you multiple times. You're just lucky this game has a restart button. Shit, it was only by luck that we managed to get out the fucking elevator unstuck. I had to blast the thing not work in the last second. Yeah, no. It's a very good thing this game doesn't work by quick times as I thought it did. Actually, I remember a few days there were gooners on Twitter complaining that Overwatch character's ass wasn't fat like it used to be. Oh, that's fucks. Don't even get started. I'm a favorite mod somewhere, but even I don't know it. Damn. I mean, good on you for being optimistic. Keep believing until you make it a reality. I need some air. Fresh, peaceful air that doesn't stink like death or gore all at once. I'm panicking, Christ, losing focus with another person here. I can't afford that right now. Isabella hasn't said anything, but I know she's more shaken than I am. Low cortisol helps. I get lucid when another person's depending on me.
Remember your training, Frey.
Another deep breath and soon started the engines and driving us off. After that little instant, somewhere open would be good. Someplace I won't get trapped. Oh, this is not a good place to be. The ghost has been here before. Luxmore Park brings a welcome relief, though only by some. The chill that seeped into my bones is still there, furling and unfurling underneath my skin. If I don't move, if I don't busy myself with anything soon, my brain will go haywire. It's the last thing I want to happen, but there are still plenty of things to do. What is this cortisol meme? I don't know, it's something stupid. The fact that they were like, boo, your ass were so fat, why'd they make it smaller? I swear. I'm gonna go get up and get my sushi from out of the fridge. Alright, go get your snack. People were talking about food a lot earlier, so I'm actually kind of hungry as well. Wait, what happened to the fountain? I guess there's just no fountain at night. You are correct. Normally there's like a weird animation that spills over the edges, but I guess the fountain just freaking disappears at night. This already answered all of it, doesn't it? Those stats. Just how many copies of the letter are out there? Isabella can't have the only one if other people are also getting cursed. Could it be that the one she shows us is one of 5? Maybe even more. That whole passes the 5 people business is ridiculous. Or at this point is it still? All in all, we found 21 people who might have read the letter. 7 of them deceased, 8 if we count Cooper. And that's only what we can find right now. We have no idea how the contractors and specialists hired from outside the company are doing, if we are in any way infected. How many more people are suffering? How many are missing? Just how many are dead? Can I still even blame the Rights for this? If anything, they might be in danger as well. I don't think I can wish a curse upon anyone, no matter how big of a douchebag Luke Wright is. No, I will be so real. I think Luke Wright might deserve it. And also, he's not suffering from it. He is profiting off it. Low cortisol is chill, high cortisol is stressed, angry, and such. I am high cortisol. I mean, physically, I'm pretty sure I am low cortisol. I remember that having that tested a couple years ago. But emotionally, I might be a little high cortisol. You are correct. Ugh, my tea is cold now. There's also that woman. How do we get out of this mess? How do we get away from her? Shit, still so many things we need to look into. Yet all my body wants to do is space, burn out whatever excess energy there is in me.
Ashton, I'm getting dizzy. Will you sit down?
Might be my test came out just a week ago. My cortisol's lower than 1. I took a stress test for one of the classes. I was in about 10 points above anyone else. I don't know about the hormone itself though. I mean, hormone production also depends on other things than stress. Like, yeah, it's a stress hormone, but it also just depends on genetics, like how much your body produces, so... Actually, I could probably look up my test results right now and see how how I scored on it, but I'm not gonna do that. That's probably not good. I'm not gonna discuss my medical tests on a stream. It's the first time Isabella has said anything. She's been sitting quietly since we dropped here. Better and less distracted than watching her nervous habits, I suppose. She certainly seems calm now. It's a common effect for someone who has just seen something terrible. But it's more than a week for her already. People do get desensitized at things at some point. Even someone like Isabella, who knows what's going on inside her head though. Inside mine, there are too many and none of them would sit still.
I'm not going crazy, am I? I saw that. I'm pretty sure I saw that. I didn't inhale anything weird. Just shit.
Hey Ashton, maybe you shouldn't have thrown away the gifts from your mom. Maybe a freaking, what was it? Like a good luck charm or something. Maybe that would have saved you right now. Not gonna lie. I mean, religion seemed to work on it that one time at the very start. I vaguely remember that being a thing.
Shit! Isabella, please tell me that wasn't...
I have bad stress issues. I'm so sorry to hear that. What I'm not expecting when I turn to her is mirth, one that she could barely contain.
You're laughing. You're laughing. Why are you laughing?
Because you were proven wrong, buddy, that's why. I'm not quite sure what she sees on my face, but in the next second, a laugh suddenly bursts out from her.
I'm so sorry. It's just that you should have seen the look on your face back there.
Yes, right. Sure. I'm not the one who's panicked. You almost ripped my arm off.
Yeah, but...
Isabella, this isn't funny. We could have ended up dead.
I love how they just randomly skip over part of the line. The voice acting in this is kind of weird sometimes.
I know, I'm really sorry. But this is just too precious to miss. You really lost your shit for a moment there.
You're trying to get back at me, aren't you?
Well, I'm not the one who kept calling someone scaredy cat for years. How does it feel?
I'm not scared.
Isabella is being like, ha, you have high cortisol. Isabella's channeling her inner Gyro right now.
Really? Because it doesn't seem that way to me.
I'm not, alright? I'm just... I just don't know what to do right now.
Immediately after, the moment passes, replaced by another tense silence. Of course he's not paying attention to the visual novel stream. I'm saying that she is Isabella's rage baiting Ashton the same way you rage bait me right now. She's being like, ah, you panicked. Immediately after, the moment passes, replaced by another tense silence. Laughter dies on her lips as everything sinks in. We're in deep shit and it's finally caught up to us, hit like a ton of bricks, maybe more than anyone. Because she has been warning us since day one, and I'm the first person who brushed it off. Despite that, she still reaches out to me, tugging at my sleeve almost desperately. Her hands are trembling and there's a tremor in her voice when she speaks. Without the cheer, only fear remains. What she has been burdened with from the beginning.
We're still going to do something about it, right?
My bloodline is passed out.
Not just stand around and let that thing get us.
Unexpectedly, she leans her forehead against my arm, and her grip on my sleeve tightens. There's desperation in there, a quiet plea.
I don't want to lose anyone anymore, Ash.
I wish I could give her that promise, but with so many unknowns, so many things I don't understand about this, how could I? Why she still trusts that I can do something about this baffles me. It all feels wholly undeserved, considering the way I've treated her. Yet, despite my reluctance, I find myself holding her in kind. A grasp warm and light enough for comforts. Not a promise, but the closest thing to it. Oh, great. As if things have not been stressful enough for them already, we are now gonna get to see the Rebecca scene from Ash's perspective. Oh no. Darkness blurs the edges of my vision. Like tendrils twisting clear around my limbs, or are we gonna get a nightmare? Soft footfalls echoed from the distance. Scurrying, scampering, moving in an odd rhythm with the sharp piercing notes of our laughter. A scream threatens to burst, but my throat goes off ever so slowly. A chill seeps into every nerve in my body, washing away every sensation in me apart from one. There's only fear. I hate that made me flinch. Once again, her laughter echoes, a sound both bitter and unforgiving, as the last thing I hear before she reaches me. The ground trembles. The world slows to a stop. Wait, why are you in Isabella's apartment? Ayo. Murder breaks in a blurry mess of vivid shapes and colors. Only, there's no feeling of terror or confusion gripping me, despite the vague images that has driven me from sleep. Awareness kicks in shortly, and sluggish, as I blink away the last remnants of unconsciousness from my eyes. The early morning light already streams from open windows, when a memory sets in and the room finally comes into focus. Isabella's apartment. Pushing myself upright, my eyes follow her eyelids towards her prone form. She's hunched over the coffee table, both her arms are under her head, but she continues to rest. Bent to the chaos of papers and folders we've left scattered over it before sleep has claimed both of us. We bunkered down here last night, after both our nerves calmed down on mine for the most part. Staying together was an unspoken invitation. And anyway, I'm pretty sure neither of us want to remain alone when there's that woman. I return. Welcome back, Kriggy. You just got back just in time for them to wake up after... No, I'm not gonna make that joke. After them sleeping together, yes, totally. I wish I had food. Man, you guys are making me very hungry today. I mean, this game too. They're showing me noodles. They showed me chips earlier. This game was taunting me with food. There's still one in the first place, one we'd call a human. Can it still feel guilt, just understand pain?
Fuck. I'd rather get charged for breaking and entering than mess with whatever that thing was any day.
Not to think about it still matters when all our lives in their hands. She's dangerous. If we don't do anything about her and this curse, we'll definitely be pushing Daisy soon. I can't let that happen. I've definitely done this long enough, left all my friends in harm's way after the warnings they've given me. Besides, beneath the terror and adrenaline that keeps me running, knowing what lies ahead for Isabella makes it hard not to take action. The paper sitting on the edge of the table calls my attention, and it's the light against my hands. At this, light against my hands when I reach for it. It has caught my eye the night before, but with the lot we still need to go through, I've simply ignored it. The logo emblazoned at the top of the page, however, provides this paper a whole new meaning. Not for me, but definitely for her.
A scholarship grant, huh?
I've only ever heard her talk about this once or twice, completing her degree that is. She rarely goes about it in great detail, preferring to keep it to herself, perhaps it's the fact that she thinks she's already too old to be chasing after it. It's been 5 years after all, but I've caught enough snippets of conversation between her and Zack to know she's never given up on it. Despite how things have panned out with her father, she's one step closer to this part of her life. As silly as this may sound, coming from a friend, I'd like to give her the chance to have this. Where this means stepping out of my comfort zone and figure out what to deal with this curse is, I'll do so. I wanted to see that same smile on her from that time again. Oh no, he's gaining hope and it's about to be crushed by Rebecca's death. Oh no. California rolls and nigiri, shrimp and salmon, hell yeah, fire. These days, the only moment she seems to show it is when she's asleep, like right now, no matter how comfortable she appears. It's not of my own forms, despite this, when I glance at her sleeping form again. Just moved since her shoulders resting and falling in a slow, even rhythm with her breathing. You don't think she has any problems this way.
If only that were true.
Sighing, I place the paper back where I've gotten it, carefully so I won't accidentally wrinkle or damage it in some way, and finally push myself off the makeshift bed. Isabella shifts when I carry her from the floor over to her bed, but doesn't wake, simply tucks herself comfortably under the covers I pull over her. Briefly though, she mumbles something to herself and draws in another deep breath.
Becca, Ashton's being dumb again.
She drifts back to her deeper sleep of sleep after, like it hasn't been interrupted by the slightest movement earlier, but a small smile on her lips remain. When I find myself returning in kind.
Who sleeps like a rock now?
It's better this way, better to leave her to her dreams for a moment, which I hope are better than the ones I've had. She'll have time to worry about her problems later when she wakes up. For now, this will be another thing I don't want to take away from her, a moment of respite no matter how fleeting. She deserves it, after all she's been put through what I've put her through. In the meantime, I still have 2 other people I need to check in with. Isabella will definitely get in a tizzy if I don't check on them. Oh no, oh no, oh no. Everyone, prepare your horses. Prepare your horses? I don't think that's how the saying goes. For people that weren't here last stream, we're about to get the other perspective of Rebecca, to put it lightly, Yasumiing herself. You know, taking a dive. Base for impact is crazy. Base for impact is the worst thing you could have said in this specific scenario. Base for impact is base for impact is crazy. Called Luxburn area meets me upon stepping out the hallway. Not usual in itself, but it's what Luxburn's weather is supposed to be. A bit cold, then for the most part, and more often than not, terribly drab with an occasional sprinkling of rain every few hours. The sky's still clear, but I'll give it a day or two before the weather takes a turn for the worse. I complained about the awful rains for years, despite having lived here my entire life. I have to admit though, seeing it return to the usual feels extremely reassuring. At least something's still normal in the world, when I can no longer think the same for the situation we're in. A nightmare, that's probably all this says. Usually, I'll say, I've been through worse, but that is simply another lie I've told myself, isn't it? I've fed myself a great deal of lies throughout the years, just so I won't have to think about it the next day. Maybe I won't even have this problem if I hadn't been running away and ignoring things, hiding them someplace no one will see because I've since believed doing so is a show of weakness.
Fuck do I know about ghosts, though?
Where does Zach, where does Rebecca? Seemed to show me photographs, mentioned weird things happening around him these past few days. Bottom line, he likely knows as much about this as I do. Why else would he approach me, the guy who knows stuff according to him? In the end, all I've done is given the brush off some reliable guy I am. Hell, Rebecca's probably in the same boat, grasping for anything that might provide an answer, a way out of this. What can any of us do when all of us lack any understanding of what's happening? One thing's clear about this, however, that thing is after us because of the letter. Well, Rebecca and Zach have seen it too, she'll go after them as well. Yet here I am, waking up Becca's door. Walking up Becca's door, one step at a time, and stalling tactic, to allow myself some time to put the mess in my head in a better order. How to face this when there's a 90% chance you're still pissed about a whole different matter. It's the only reason we didn't check on her last night, as at the ungodly hour Isabella and I arrived. We'll only alarm her by showing up to her home in the middle of the night, acting like babbling lunatics, and her anger can last quite a while. These days, it seems like the only one she can easily forgive is Isabella. That's not true, but even with her, Rebecca's still fuming. Still takes hours. I didn't even realize I said that before realizing, yeah, no, that was very unfortunate. That was definitely an unfortunate happening. I run my hand through my hair and straighten out my jacket before knocking. Once, twice, and 3 times just to be sure she has heard me, even if she's asleep. She's usually awake by now,
Hey,
though.
Becca, it's Ash. Open up. Don't tell me you're still in bed.
Seconds tick by, no answer from her, and dread has started to creep up. I've been trained to handle dire situations, but the feeling has been doing that quite frequently since last night. My mind begins to anticipate the worst, and in the next minute, concern has mixed in with my thoughts, and I bang my fist on the door, louder this time. She'll definitely be livid, but I'd better face her wrath than a dead body.
Becca, it's Ash. There's something we need to talk about right away. Open up, I know you're...
Your girlfriend left early this morning, pretty boy.
Who the fuck is
So
this?
if you could do us a bloody favor and shut up, that'd be real fucking polite.
My hand pauses short of landing another heavy knock. From the other unit, Rebecca's other neighbor peeks in through the door, though I see nothing but a bundle of blankets. I'll say they need help from being devoured by their sheets, but it sounds like he's just fine. He's a huge asshole. He's a huge asshole too. Course of action, so people like him won't ruin your day. Act like the nicest person on earth Yes. Has done me wonders when I was a rookie patrolling the streets. No need to match his temper.
Oh. Did she say where she was going?
I don't know. She said something about meeting someone or something, in case Filipina girl over there asks. Well, what am I, her keeper? You know some people want to sleep in on a bloody Sunday, so keep it down. Just looking forward to this weekend. Thanks, you damn git.
Well, there's no need to be an ass about it. I'll get out of your...
He slams his door shut without warning, but not for muttering a string of his very colorful words about me, probably things I won't hear from inside the 4 walls of his apartment.
Jerk.
Says you. And at the end of it, so Rebecca's not here, I must have missed her by an hour or so, but at least she's not alone, she should be safe. In theory. More so, if the person she's meeting with is who I am thinking. Nevertheless, I still can't help but worry. It's an easy thing continuing down increasingly darker lines of thought. Tired brashly to find out where she is and go straight there without deliberating on my actions first. There's Zach to boot. Rebecca's not alone, but I can't seem to save for the big guy. Oh, if only you weren't worried about Rebecca first. Oh, Ashton. I love how I asked for angst and horror and it gave both of it to me. Like, I'm noticing how much more energetic I am in reading this compared to when they were just being lovey-dovey. Like, the horror really elevates this game and so does the angsty drama. A simple phone call to the both of them should do the trick. It'll ease my nerves at any rate. Wait. I just realized something. Okay, I get it. You could have killed Zachary here, which is why he's calling both of them. Because I'm assuming if you went into the residence, like, that was also a choice on Zachary's last day. Like, you could have gone to investigate some weird noises in the house, which definitely would have gotten him killed. But yeah, Rebecca and Zachary can both die on the same morning. Which is probably why he's calling the both of them now, because if you've killed both of them, it's probably just gonna be 2 deaths in a row, which is gonna be terrible. Which I know, I only did 1. Zachary is gonna be safe. Rebecca, though, not so much. Oh, trigger warning, guys. I mean, this game is full of trigger warnings, but trigger warning for this game. Trigger warning for what's about to come up. It's not gonna be good. It'll ease my nerves at any rate. It's better than rushing over to Zach's place or assuming Becca's whereabouts and finding out they're not where I guess they should be. Assuming the worst will come next, which I'd rather avoid this early. Any other reason I won't bother them, but an emergency begs for urgency. This is one, right? Even if it isn't, anxiety from concern dulls judgment, something I most certainly can't afford to lose at any given time, especially right now. Any means to calm it will do wonders for the muddled mess my mind is already in. Who the actual fuck is Abigail? Y'all seeing this? Y'all seeing this stupid ass profile picture? What the fuck is this? Pulling up my phone, I thumb through the screen until it ends on the group chat with only Zach's, Rebecca's, and Isabella's numbers listed. Other people probably say I keep too few friends when they chance on this. To some extent, it's true. I can easily name about 100 people I've acquainted with throughout the years. Colleagues, blogmates from uni, neighbors, those sort of people. They all come and go, but these three have chosen to stay for some reason, without wanting or asking anything. Unlike the others, none of Zach's kindness, Rebecca's patience. There was sincerity in Isabella's eyes. One day, these guys are just there, the next thing I know, being with them is said. That heavy summer feeling lingers in the air when you stand alone in your apartment, or something as simple as spending your days off without anyone. Now that I know what's gonna happen, once you know what has happened on this day, suddenly you're seeing all the foreshadowing, like him talking fondly about his friends, like... Once you know what's gonna happen, the foreshadowing is so heavy. I just heard a phone call, don't worry, it will come. Why does Abigail look like a Tom? I don't know, I'm getting so impatient. Be patient, babies. Be patient. We're getting there. First we have to make sure Zachary is okay, which I also very much care about, because that means I kept him alive, because he can be dead here. And I want Zachary to be alive, because I care more about Zachary than Rebecca. I'll say it's loneliness, but this carries much more depth than that. If I can help it, I don't want to lose any of them to some stupid curse. A phone call might be the least comforting thing at the moment. Honestly, I prefer being in the same room with him right now, but I'll take what I can get. Crazy. Oh no, Becca first. She'll get angry at me for worrying about her. She's some helpless, damsel distressed after all. She's the shy little girl I knew when we were children, already far from the people we were back then, but that's more than enough reason to check in on her. I'd have to imagine her taking anything head on. She'll do it instead of asking for help when she needs it. I don't care if she gets mad at me, if only to know that she is fine. I ring in the silence of the hallway. It sounded low, might as well be sharp enough to pierce through my ears. Another second passes. 2, 3. One of the night ran and goes straight to her voicemail. A cold feeling instantly lodged in my stomach.
Rebecca Gales here. You've reached my voicemail. Sorry if I can't get to you right now. Oh, and if this is Isabella, yes, you're free to reheat the food in my fridge. Otherwise, leave a message.
Probably just busy, that's all. Though I barely manage to keep my voice even when I speak.
Hey, Becca, call me back when you're free. We need to talk. ASAP.
Becca will be alright. It's alright. She's safe. She's with someone else. In the event that woman shows up, she'll have someone with her. Someone she'll be able to ask for help. She is safe. You're coping, dude. You're coping. She can handle herself. Becca might have a fiery temper, but she knows when she is faced with something she can handle herself. Rebecca will see my missed call and she'll call me back. Oh, she will call you back, alright. Though I don't express it enough, Rebecca is someone I consider important to me. Oh no. Also, why does young Ashton look like a shonen protagonist? And why does young Rebecca look like this? Like, she looks like a freaking nerdy Western cartoon character, and Ash looks like a whole ass fucking shonen boy. Why does Ash look like that? This is just every fucking power anime character ever. The whole fridge is for a game now, yay. I don't think that's gonna make up for it though. She's been my friend for the longest. Anybody else would have been fed up with me and left. The girl stuck by me no matter how big of a jerk I've been. Their second Isabella now too, of course. I'll always be thankful for having them around. It's good to ask those over-exaggerated hunky enemy love interests for a female fucking show. Don't call him a freaking ultimate character. No. That's crazy. The worst times before, however, Becca was there. No one believes it when I say it, but I've surely had my awful moments as a bratty kid and as a horrible teen. Issues, I've had too many of them to count and refuse to deal with them for a time. At least, that's what Andrew likes to tell me. I think nothing of it. It has mellowed down over the years, thanks to Professor mostly. But at times, I do wonder if it still burdens me the way it did all those years ago. After all, I was terrible, especially around the time of my parents' separation. Looking back at it now, I had no reason to direct all of my frustration towards everyone else. Well, I wasn't a kid who lashed out at everyone. I'm preferring to keep it to myself and turning those negative feelings into more productive things. I've grown distant from a lot of people because of it. From my old friends back in my old school and the neighbors I've hung out with before moving. I would have likely brought with me into adulthood. I was just so angry with everyone and everything, aka you were an emo-ass edgy teenager. All I've kept thinking about was myself, wondering why me? In retrospect, I was a selfish little bastard who thought the world revolved around me. I shouldn't have been going through it. I believe my behavior was entitled, that I had the right. Tough times, but she stuck with me. Snapped me out of my little sulk, as she often phrases it whenever she sees a chance to bring it up. She didn't tolerate my bullshit, but she didn't leave me alone either. If anything, the whole thing made her stick around. Speaking of, is this motherfucker wearing a varsity jacket? Yes, that's why I'm saying he got the shonen drip. Her concern may have grown a bit overbearing as the years went by, but she's still an old friend nevertheless. I owe her a lot. That won't change.
Damn it. Where are you, Becca?
Why not? Does that mean anything? It's just very cliche, I guess. Another message left on her voicemail. Then on my third call, I hung up. For the time being, I can't do anything more than wait for her to return my calls. Worrying aimlessly won't get me anywhere. Zach on the other end. Okay, this call should go through, I think. Also, it's really keeping us waiting for the Rebecca thing, huh? This guy attracts trouble, no matter how much he tries to avoid it. Doesn't help how he hasn't been too hot lately with a lot of people. His mention of plans yesterday doesn't sit too well with me either. He had to be the next responsible adult after Rebecca out of the four of us, but I've still got to check on the big guy. Make sure he's doing okay at the very least, whatever he has planned on doing. All I'm asking is for it to not be idiotic. He's a sensible guy, I'm sure. However, desperation clings and pushes people to do things. Rational or irrational, it doesn't matter. Clear thinking flies out the window the moment you're in danger, and I sincerely hope he hasn't found himself in a tricky situation. I mean, he went to the haunted mansion, that's not very smart, but you know. Oh, that's why, I remember now, at the end of the Zack route, Ash does call him, so I know what he's gonna pick up. And then Ash is gonna scold him for going to the mansion to look for him. His phone doesn't even ring before he answers, or his voicemail at least.
Hey, Zach. Well, a voicemail anyway.
Oh, I guess it's just gonna go to voicemail either way.
So, just leave a message, yeah?
Damn, I had actually thought this was gonna go through. I guess I was wrong.
And no, Ash, you're not allowed to lockpick your way into my apartment again. Just do what any other decent human being does and call if I'm not around. Thanks.
Did he turn it off? Why? I don't want to assume the worst yet. Maybe he's forgotten to charge it. Can't be, the guy can be a bit of a Boy Scout even more than I am as a cop. He's the type who has an extra battery or power bank in his bag if he ever needs it. And he always does. He won't say anything or brag about it, but he's got quite a roster of VIP clients. He would just leave his phone dead in case he's on the field, particularly when people will likely be looking for him. He always leaves his connection open whenever clients or his friends need him. Zack is reliable like that. Well, yes, but he's currently in the ghost land where there is no connection.
Why isn't anyone answering?
Because the ghost is after both of them. His mobile in an out-of-range area sounds more plausible, although the thought of it doesn't completely shake off the unease. Like Rebecca and I, he took the time to listen to what Isabella said. Even if he didn't believe it, he was definitely the first to offer to help or try to do something. If he ends up in trouble doing whatever it is, so help me, I'm going to. Well, I can't be rash, I'm aware of that. Been running the same reminder in my head since last night. But if something happens, I'm certain my reaction won't be pretty. The added guilt from those times I've repeatedly dismissed him will surely haunt me.
Yo, Zach, call me back, alright? I wanted to check in and, yeah, just please call me back.
It's usually a joke between us when I say he's the Watson to my Sherlock. I don't see him as some assistant to put aside until he's needed, like some people like to believe, though. He's not some pity friend I keep around to make myself look good.
If anything, he's the one who stayed by me out of pity.
Zack's the one who puts up with me most of the time, even when he doesn't need to. It's not the case of a cool cop who helped out a minority. In truth, I was a hard-headed, hot-tempered, and reckless rookie cop. Up until I met him. It wasn't anything sudden, and some part of me is still that rookie, but I've grown thanks to him. He tempers that part of me. Considering how our first impressions went, I'm lucky he stuck around. Beck and I may have spent a lot of years together as children, but Zack, he's probably the closest thing I'll call to a best friend, though it's more than that. A camaraderie no words can express. He has my back and I'll always have his. He's a brother I've never had the luck of ever having. Only child and all. Yeah, I was such a... If he hadn't said this, I was about to say, aw, not the phone family. This would have made me weep. If I had killed Zachary, I would have genuinely cried. That would have broken my heart. Like, Zachary is so wholesome.
And I have every reason to worry about my brother.
Aw. Wholesome. Becca's neighbor did say she went out to meet with someone, no specific names. If I'm wrong and she's not with Professor Clark, then maybe it's with Zack. They've never been close, but it's not that kind of awkward friendship where meeting together remains out of the question. Regardless, I continue dialing for his phone another 3 times like I've done with Becca's. At the end, after the 3rd attempt with no one answering, I stop and move to cut the call, but then ragged exhale.
Waiting game it is then.
I've been trained for those. Hell, I'm used to them, just not when it comes to people I'm close to. I can't believe you let Rebecca go like that. Listen. It's a choice I made, and I am not a safe scummer. I am not a safe scummer in that way. When someone dies, we're just gonna stick with it, because that's how the plot has gone. Like, I'll do it when I'm trying to get a specific ending, but when, like right now, we're just trying to see through the entirety of the game, I'm not gonna save scum, because that makes it lame. Let fate take you where it's meant to take you. You can always try the other options later. That's my mentality. I had nothing to do with it. Shut up, Mavis. Actually. Of course you had nothing to do with it. Never mind, Oshi. But as I keep reminding myself to maintain a level head, it's a whole different matter when it's someone you know. Personal feelings will likely get involved at some point. It's starting now, actually, with the anxious strings coiling and uncoiling, causing a racket inside my stomach. and exactly when a line finally connects. Before he even speaks, my question has already slipped out, including every pent-up worry and tension in my body.
Where are you?
The line's choppy, though I can still make out the words he's saying. Nothing to worry about then. It's just some places where the network coverage is shitty. Can't imagine where at this time of morning, though. Did he go out for a jog? Oh no. But how their route has gone so far, it makes me wonder something. Do they have a trampoline park in Howard? Why a trampoline park? Why are you wondering about the trampoline park? Why?
What was that, Ash? Could you repeat that? Signal shitty here.
I asked, where are you? Hell, Zach, I've been calling your number for a good 20 minutes now. What kind of shithole did you get into?
I've meant this to sound as friendly as possible, to keep things light, at least. Instead, only the frustration shows in my tone.
Good morning to you, too. I should be asking you that question. I've been looking all over the mansion for you. I thought you'd be...
What mansion?
Do I really need to answer that?
Why are you even...
Please don't tell me that's his plan. A morning visit to the mansion, where Luke Wright is. Of all the big-headed things to do right now, it's the best thing he can come up with. Breaking and entering. I've got plenty of reasons to bail at him right now, although no matter how much I want to give him a piece of my mind, unfortunately it's not the time.
No, wait. Just get your ass to Isabella's place, and hurry.
He pauses a moment, a second of indecision while he seems to contemplate his options.
How urgent is this?
In truth, the question, and the hesitance and indecision in his voice has caught me completely off guard and understanding dawns on me. His decision to go there isn't one born out of stupid impulse. He must have found something. However, no matter how urgent it is, he still shouldn't have gone there alone at that. Despite myself, in that split second of comprehension, I allow it to show. A weakness, a simple request brimming with every unease and disquiet causing turmoil within me since last night. It bears a selfish hope that he'll understand, even through the unstable signal that whatever's keeping him there, he'll be willing to set it aside to know.
Pressing enough for you to stop asking questions and get yourself here.
Well, you wouldn't want Becca to report that, would you? That's evil. That's evil. Cricky, you are evil. Also, I'm so sorry it's taking so long to get to the funny part.
Please, Zach.
Silence fills the other end of the line again. For a long moment, I assume he won't heed it, and I'll have to drive over there myself, just to drag him away from whatever danger he's skirting. Thankfully, he agrees.
I'll be there in a few. An hour or two tops.
Thanks. I'll see you.
Relief washes over me as soon as the call ends. Normally, I don't let a moment of respite in times like this. Gotta stay alert. Rebecca's still out there and has yet to return any of my messages. But for the moment, I relish in it. This is probably the first time I've permitted myself to do so since last night. Oh, don't let your guard down, Ash. Don't let your guard down. Even the muscles in my shoulders have been complaining from all the tension I've taken on. It still annoys me that all I can do right now is grit my teeth and stretch back to Isabella's apartment. Useless. That's what I am in the face of this. A mad dash around Luxburn and Ansem isn't going to help things. It's not like I'll simply stumble across them on the side of the road during a trip. The wording of this is evil. The wording of this is evil. It makes me think that this is exactly what is going to happen. Think about this wording for a second. And think about what happened to Rebecca. I can't wait. Please. I feel like the next person to haunt Ash's ass might be Becca's ghost to be answered with Bella after all this. No. Actually, that would be hilarious. Please. Please make that happen. The city is too big of a place for one person to go searching for only two people. I'll be lucky if I even glimpse the hair of either of them. One last hopeful glance towards the open skies. I can slip back into Isabella's apartment and close the door behind me. I've already grown used to this, but the waiting will always be the hardest part. More so when it's the people you care about. Damn, they're really making us wait for it.
You're up early. I thought you left.
This is not the first time I've seen Isabella like this. Standing casually by her kitchenette, a ladle in hand, keeping an eye on whatever's stewing on the stove, while humming a soft tune under her breath. 5 years ago, it has become a common sight after the three of them, including Zach and Rebecca, found a mutual interest in cooking. After that, whenever her schedule allows it, one of them will invite everyone to dinner or lunch instead of eating out. Rebecca prefers it that way, healthier she claims. Zach's just too happy to be able to cook for everyone, Isabella on the other hand. As long as there's food, she's happy. Me, I've been banned from the kitchen ever since the pressure cooker incident. Easier times, good times. Right now, however, the scene brings an odd sense of normalcy, a strange fit with all of the things going on around us. Not welcome, only bizarre, I suppose. Isabella doesn't follow up on her question earlier, but she does raise an eyebrow my way when it takes so long to answer. For that, I only offer a casual shrug in response and a short answer.
I've checked with Zach and Rebecca. I'm just waiting to hear back from them.
I'll add in a quip or two for her if the timing for a joke isn't off or doing so would be inappropriate. I don't want to alarm her either, there's no reason to. Yet. Until Zach gets here, until I receive an answer from Rebecca, whichever comes first. Nevertheless, it's clear she has plenty of questions. It's right there in the subtle crease between her eyebrows and the inquisitive gleam in her eyes. Curious as she is, though, she decides against placing all of her questions out. Instead, she shifts her attention back to the stove and gestures vaguely with her hand in the couch's direction. She is really taking her time dying.
Well, if we're going to wait for them, don't stand around there. It's getting distracting.
You're just cooking. How am I distracting?
I don't know. Something might explode again, maybe. Zach's kitchen ban for you is also in effect here, you know. Now shoo, go. Stop hovering. You'll ruin the food. I'll be done here soon.
She leaves no room for an argument by swatting the ladle at me, and just like that, I've been kicked out of the kitchen. I've had nothing else to do. I drift back to her tiny living space and slump down on the couch. Closing my eyes, I allow the noise from the television to guide my thoughts. Thoughts I've been keeping at bay, freeing them from the cage I've built around them so I won't have to think. One by one, they trickle back into my consciousness, each more frightening and unnerving than the other. So many things going on, so many things happening. The papers we got them back from BRC doesn't provide any comfort either. Seriously, is there even a point up to those after last night? What are we asking people to do? If anything, this only provided there might be more copies of the dumb piece of paper. We have one here, but how many exactly is there out there? More importantly, how do we get out of this stupid mess?
Ashton.
Damn it, I haven't felt this kind of bone-weary exhaustion in years.
I don't want to think what might happen next in case I miss something. Shit.
Things like she has a little beer around reading her inner monologue. Maybe that's why it's taking a while. I mean, technically they all have an inner bee reading their monologue. You are correct about that. I did read your inner monologue. The bee has left by now though. We're past where her story went, so I guess the bee has gone off into the sunset by now. Also, what do you mean it's taking a while? Are you implying I'm a slow reader? Rebecca, Zach, Isabella.
They're all depending on me and...
Ash!
The voice slips out of my thoughts, abruptly wiping away everything running in a racket inside my head. Suddenly Isabella's stare crashed in front of me when I cracked my eyes open. I haven't even noticed the exact moment when I've bent over and buried my head in my hands. But here's why she's staring at me like I've fainted or something. Grace on her eyebrows grows deeper at my lack of response. Although she's merely staring at me without saying a word, her expression says everything. So much for trying not to alarm her with bad news.
Sorry, I just spaced out for a moment. Don't mind me.
No, not you. At least one bee is for the other bee. The other bees. Alright. For a brief moment, she seems to accept that. Quietly, she shifts, stands up, and takes up the empty space beside me. Although without a single comment, the next thing I know, she's gently pushing a bowl in my hands. The scent reaches me first before I've gotten a chance to take it in what she has just handed me. A faint sweet smell of cocoa wafts from the dish. Calming, comforting, despite the multitude of things bothering me, it certainly smells like the kind of food you'll eat on a rainy day. Though, from the get-go, it doesn't look as appetizing. What is this, even? Porridge? Why would you put chocolate in it and milk just on top? Oh, I know this is a dish from the Philippines. I actually know about this. She tells me my tastes are weird, and yet here she is handing me something equally as strange. In fact, she's already started digging in hers. I'm just not sure if the taste will be equally as appealing. Baffled, I glance her way. She offers no immediate answer, simply continuing eating as if she hasn't done so in a week, with her focus solely on the television. She's not watching, however, just listening. As a background noise, the voices from it seem too cheerful, a welcome distraction if anything. It's only after she has finished half the bowl does she acknowledge the question in my eyes. With a sigh, she cradles the dish on her lap and looks down at it. Briefly, her lips part, then closes. Hesitation, though I don't push her. There's a distant air on her, as if she has remembered something that warrants a... I'm not googling how to pronounce this word. What do you mean? Poignant sigh. When she speaks at last, it's in a tone too careful, like she's still weighing her words, considering the proper phrasing for it. Yet, sincerity underlies each syllable when they're out in the open.
You should eat. Back at home, Mama would never let us leave the house if we haven't eaten breakfast yet. Even Papa has got an earful when he tried. So eat. You'll need it.
Chocolate rice pudding or something like that? Yeah, basically. It's a specific thing. She returns to her food afterwards, while I can only stare at the one she has proffered not a few minutes ago. Warm against my hands, tempting me to take a bite. That I don't appreciate this, but what will good will this do? Zach and Rebecca's both out there. Who knows when that ghost will show up again? Even in their dreams are not safe. But that's it, isn't it? We don't know when, and at present we have a chance at respite, maybe the only one we'll have. Even if it's as mundane as sharing food between us. Quietly, just sitting side by side like this without exchanging any words. The intent hangs unspoken in the air, something that probably goes as far back as the second she offered food. Still, in the end, Isabella never pushed that, rather she lets her own silence convey her hope. But I'll allow myself that break, she leaves it up to me. I want them to be happy at least.
Thank you.
Yay! The words roll off my tongue, awkward and unfamiliar, far removed from those jests and quips we've shared. Yet she accepts this with a small smile and nothing more, regardless of everything left unsaid. The sight of it brings me comfort. More so than any generous offer of food I can give. Though we both lapse into silence after we finish our food, there's ease in this, and it's in the muffled sounds of Luxmer filtering into the room. A light streaming from her windows and a faint draft occasionally drifting in, catching the loose tendrils of her hair. The way her voice falters when she tries to form words, and despite the horror looming over us, I find myself wishing for the minutes to slow, for the seconds to last. But ultimately, she's the one who breaks it, softly after a minute's pause, a word's mumbled under her breath. Sometimes, silence simply compels us to speak.
I've been wondering, before last night, before Mama told me the news.
Babies! Becca, please! Becca, I'm getting trauma-edged! Don't call it edging!
What if Papa passes away? Despite everything. That sort of thing. I know it's not good to think about, but I also knew it was getting worse. Mama won't say anything, but I've always known that one day, he'll eventually...
She releases a sigh as her grip on the bowl she still holds tightens. There are no tears, but she might as well have them with how weak her voice falls. Are there even any left?
I don't know what I'm going to do. Before, I can easily say it's because of Papa. Now, I don't have anything.
You have that scholarship from Lux U.
Were you going through my personal papers while I was sleeping last night?
I don't really have to. You left it sitting in the open, right there on the table.
Like there's still anything to hide, she snatches it away from where I placed it back earlier. Except there's no anger or annoyance in her face when she looks at it and rereads every line with a pensive expression. After a short while, she folds it neatly along the creases and sets it back.
I don't even know if this will work out.
Well, if it doesn't, what about that exhibit you've been planning with Zach?
Do I even have to ask where you got that?
Zach sucks at lying. You have no idea how easy he is to read. It was all in his face when I asked about it, and anyway, if that doesn't pan out too...
I threw off, hesitating, measuring the weight of my next words. Genuine as they are, a part of me believes they're a burden, too heavy to impose upon her. Because no matter how much I want her to stay, we are not what ties her here. It'll be selfish to ask it of her. More than anything, her family will always come first. I say it nevertheless, if only to let her know that no matter what her choice will be, there will be people here whose lives or mere presence has changed. Mine most of all.
You have us.
The words startle her to a pause, and slowly she why are we getting so romantic with it right before shit's gonna hit the fan? Give us the misery already. We really are being drama-edged. You're so right, Mavis. The words startled her to a pause, and slowly she turns to me, her eyes wide, disbelief all over her face. But before regret forced an apology up my throat, her expression dissolves into something I can't quite place. Something distinctly softer, more tender, familiar, almost in the same manner she glanced at me years ago, that day at the bridge. Where I don't get a chance to figure out what it all means for her. All of a sudden, a knock breaks the moment, and just as fast, both of our attentions shift towards the source. Before things can get awkward fast, I stand up to open the door while muttering some flimsy excuse in the process.
I'll get that. It's probably Zach or Rebecca.
Really, I know we're in a pinch, but their timing can't get any worse. I'm letting frustrations aside. Once I fling the door open, a whole chunk of that stone that has been stuck in the pit of my stomach simultaneously unseats itself. There in the hallway stands Zach, his hands raised, ready for another knock. Although he's not his most presentable at the moment, ruffled and drenched with sweat as he is, relief quickly washes over me like a tide. He's still penning when he pushes me aside and heads in. The second his feet cross the threshold, he scans the place, eyeing what little he can, set off the room from the doorway. When he finds none of what he's looking for, he turns to me with a questioning look, what has a hint of panic in it.
You said it was urgent. Did anything happen? Is it Becca? Bella?
Oh, it's about to be Becca.
Everyone's fine.
Ashton, don't speak words that you don't actually know are true.
Well, Becca's not here. She went somewhere this morning and hasn't answered any of my calls yet. But Isabella's...
I'm here, Zach. Morning.
His weight shifts at the same time, the stiff line in his shoulder eases, once Isabella walks up to us and welcomes him with a smile. He relaxes then, returns her greeting in kind as soon as he had let some of his breath, let out the breath he has been holding, and the tension's finally off his body.
So, nothing's wrong? Why'd you call me here for then?
My explanation can wait. He has a lot of explaining to do. The fact that he went to Ansem alone for some godforsaken reason warrants a proper one. Ghost or not, he has already been given a warning. It frustrates me to no end that this might be the plan he mentioned the last time we spoke. I get that he's worried about Hannah, right? Somehow they've become friends, but that's not the issue here. Not when there's a murderous ghost who might go after one of us at any given time. Sure, Zach made it here in one piece by some dumb luck, he's alright. And this one takes one of the people off the list I need to worry about. I mean, Zach's choice was really not that hard. Like, I think out of all the choices to make them survive, Zach's was by far the most obvious. Because I don't even know what it was for Isabella. For Hannah, it was looking in the cellar, I think. Like, there was a choice to look in the cellar. I'm pretty sure that was the one for Hannah. For Marianne, it was going into the mirror. And Zachary's was very obvious because it was investigating the noise inside the mansion. So it was not that difficult. Frankly, as annoyed as I am, I can't just stay angry with him when I look at the situation that way. Hell, if that call didn't connect in that exact minute, there must have been a chance he won't be standing here, and it's a blessing in itself. I'm not gonna be mean to Zachary. I'd never be mean to Zachary. First things first, some things still need to be discussed. It's already maxed out, but I'm maxing it out more. Except when I open my mouth, the only thing that spills from it is my own relief. Despite myself, despite the rational part of my brain screaming everything wrong about Zach's neat little plan. We've had so many close calls within just a single night. Zach showing up on Isabella's doorstep, alive, whole, and unharmed. I might as well take comfort in that while I still can. Yes, I appreciate that Zachary's alive. I've worked hard for it. I say when I haven't actually, not that much, but you know, I kept my favorite character alive. That's something, right, chat? Right, chat? I'm not doing that badly, am I? I might suck at the quick times, but I'm not doing that badly, right? Right?
You're okay.
You did tell me not to do anything stupid.
Suddenly, the whole room feels so heavy and all I am able to do is drop down on the couch. Headaches also threaten to burst in at the same moment, or perhaps this is what release from anxiety feels like. Regardless, I reach up a hand to pinch the bridge of my nose, even if it will likely do nothing to alleviate the impending pain.
Christ, you were right there! We have this stupid stupid curse thing going on, and you were right there. You just walked up inside a private property. Those people can easily sue you for breaking and entering, and that's the least of it.
I know, Ash. But I can't just leave things as they are. I've got to do something. I know you're not very fond of the rights, but they don't deserve it if something bad happens.
What is it update? I'm actually not sure this time. I don't know what got added here.
Hana most of all.
God damn it, Zach, I was worried.
Yeah, whenever Becca hurry up over and he jumped, Becca jumped to a flip. Guys, I know you're impatient. I also partially caused it by saying it was coming up. But come on, can we at least enjoy the wholesome moment where we're happy Zachary is okay? Like, come on. You guys like Zachary, don't you? Like old pal, old buddy Zachary. Admit it. Kickflip, no! Unexpectedly, he laughs, not the half-hearted sort he makes when he's awkward or coming up with an excuse. A genuine one. Before my annoyance grows again and I snap at him, though, he suddenly catches me in a headlock. His arms looping around my neck while he grinds his knuckles against my skull. Helpless, I squirrel under his grip and protest. Even then, it's hard to do so when you're up against a 6-footer.
Zach!
Aw, he's worried. Why didn't you say so? That cool act ain't gonna fool me anymore.
Let go!
He relents soon enough, though only after he's done ample damage to my hair. I hate it when he does that. But for a few moments there, the tense mood finally lightened up and everything felt like how it used to be before this whole mess began. Makes appreciating little moments like this easier still.
Seriously, Zach. Why are you even there?
We know he is okay. Don't try to jingle your car keys in front of us. We want to see a strawberry jello cake come wrong. That is so crazy. You are saying the most psychopathic shit right now. Damn, I can't believe jingling the Zachary keys doesn't work on you. Maybe we need to make you more brain-routed.
Told you already. I was looking for you.
Why would I even go there?
Well, you mentioned a plan with Isabella here. I assume that's where you guys went, since that's where she found the letter. Sorry. I was really at a dead end.
The logic in it stunts me into silence, to say the least. Then I remember his hesitance, the tone he has taken on before agreeing to go here, and all at once my anger from what he has done wanes. Partially, this is my fault for keeping things vague. I can berate him for assuming that when I've only left him with vague answers.
You could have called me.
I did.
I didn't receive any and my phone was with me.
You're kidding, right? I was at it the whole night.
Oh, right, he was in the building. The whole atmosphere in the room changes in 2 heartbeats. Back again to the tension-riddled one plaguing us. Zachary stares at me like I've grown another head, and gradually he shifts his attention to Isabella. The expression in his eyes, questioning, asking for confirmation, like my word can't be trusted, now that I'm holding it against him. I'm always on my psychopathic mindset since the day my frontal lobe felt this first spark of life. Just give it to me, Ra. This feels like when they announce the winner of a competition and the miss make it longer by saying the winner is in the slowest most dramatic way possible. Oh, if you think that's bad, if you think them saying the winner is in a slow way is the worst thing they can do, then you've never watched any game show ever. Because they just go like, first we're gonna cut to the ads, and then we're gonna cut to the back scenes, and then we're gonna cut to this. Like, it takes a full, like, 15 minutes before they get to it. Actually, how long have we even been going? Oh, I've already been going for 3 hours. Well, I won't stop until I've seen the Becca thing. I can't even believe the things coming out of my mouth these past few hours. Meanwhile, Isabella stays quiet. Has been like that for quite some time. She looks like she wants to disappear right now. Guilt, frustration, anger, fear, all of it flashes fleetingly across her face before it melts away under an expression of worry.
Please tell me he's joking. You were there?
No, we really didn't get any. Everything was quiet last night. But Zach, at BRC, Ashton and I saw...
You edit, right? That's creepy. I didn't actually know that. She never gets to finish that.
Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out, can't beat me.
I forgot about the stupid fucking ringtone.
Cool dude, pretty fly for
But well,
an
here we
Asian
go.
guy. Sup, I'm Ash
I need
from
the subtle
Deluxe City.
foreshadowing out of
Baggers,
this.
watch out, can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie. I'm a cool dude, pretty fly for an Asian guy. Sup, I'm Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out,
No.
can't beat me. Looking for trouble? Better not lie.
Abruptly, my phone rings again. Boring. It's badly saying ringtone throughout the whole room. But then pause, waiting when I pull up to check the caller ID.
It's Becca.
I'm a cool dude.
Please shut up the phone already.
Asian guy.
I'll tell her to get here as soon as she can.
Ash from Deluxe City. Baggers, watch out.
Without another word, I step up to the room and answer the call, however. Okay, at least the other two don't have to hear it in action. That's probably for the best, not gonna lie. It will probably traumatize Ash for life. However, the tone she assumes is what I'm hoping to hear.
Becca?
Hey, did I wake you up?
Ragged, a bit out of breath, there's a tinge of urgency in it. Listening to her from my side of the line makes it seem like she has just run a marathon prior to this call.
No, I left you a voicemail, so I thought, where are you?
Ash, do you remember that one time?
The question catches me off, to say the least. Where's she going with this?
The... what?
Back in secondary, we joined a contest back then, didn't we? We had to dress you up as a girl and...
I'm trying to be silenced to just read the dialogue to get through this, but then I look over to my right and I see the word nutted being covered by Mavis, and I cannot contain my laughter, Mavis. I'm trying to let the moment, play itself out, and you come with nutted. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up.
No.
What? You looked really pretty. I think I still have that picture somewhere.
Burn it. We're not talking about that again. You promised.
It did happen. Not a memory I'm very fond of, to be honest. Still, a laughter escapes me. No matter how embarrassing it is, that moment is one of the few I can remember clearly in my head. I never did find where she kept those photographs. These spelling mistakes are throwing me off.
Seriously, what brought this on?
Nothing. It's just the first thing I remembered.
You're being weird today, Becca. Whatever. Listen, I need you to go home right away. I'm at Salem Well right now and...
Thanks, Ash.
What? Suddenly, her voice hitches, almost as if she's in tears, and it sends every alarm bell ringing in my head. For better or for worse, something more than wrong is happening on her end of the line. Regardless, I give her the fuck as she asks of me. I don't want to think that she is nearly pleading for me to listen. I like to imagine that it isn't horror and a deep underlying resignation that I hear in her voice. I'm transfixed.
Hold on, did I do something?
For everything.
Rebecca, what?
I'm so glad to have known you.
Wait, what are you...
Whatever her words mean or feelings they carry ceases to matter in this instant. They're all inconsequential when someone, Rebecca's life might be in danger. This whole thing isn't just wrong. Wherever she is, something's fucked up is going on, and I'm here listening to it right now, helpless.
God damn it, Rebecca, where are you?
I laughed her and then the line drops dead.
Rebecca? Rebecca!
Dread turns into terror and sudden commotion from Isabel's room come rushing in all at once. Zach's worried whispers Isabella's anxious pleas, and a television broadcasting some news about the jumper all over the city. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, not the news broadcast. I knew the moment I turned on the news that it was gonna come up on the news, but oh no. There's a split second where I'm torn between trying to figure out where Becca is and finding out what happened to inspire such chaos all of a sudden. Then Isabella's horrified scream, tears above everything else and nothing else matters. Spurred on by a cold gut feeling, I rush back inside. Only to bump into Isabella. The impact caused her to stumble back. It takes a whole 2 breaths for her to steady herself. Shaking, she braces both her hands against my arms, gripping my jacket tightly as if it's the only thing keeping her from breaking. Though even then, there's a weakness to her movements, her breathing labored. Any minute, it seems like her knees will suddenly buckle if I don't give a firm hand on her shoulders. Yet it all shatters when she glances up at me. Tears streaming down her cheeks, panic, desperate, her voice brimming with anguish when she speaks.
Ash, we need to get out of here. We can still save her.
Save who?
Despite the question, a cold and cruel voice whispers in my head. You're too late. I want to believe it isn't. I hope and wish it isn't who I think it is. Because I don't want to be someone who's been so useless in that exact moment, paralyzed by dread when I heard her speak. I knew something was off. God damn it, I don't want to think what might have been her final words I'm listening to. But the horrifying possibility that what I dread is real drowns out everything else, especially with the next words that come out of Isabel's lips.
Rebecca's! We have to help her! We can't just let her die like that!
Guys. I'm crying. Do a flip, cannonball. Yippee, we have been robbed of a crashing sound. We have been robbed of a crashing sound. Like, not even on the phone call, but even in the moment itself, they did not do a crashing sound, and it made me so sad. I wanted to hear her crash into the sidewalk. Man, why did you let her die? I don't know, why did I let her die? I don't know, I think the pink color kind of looks good on her. And also, it's your fault. Fuck you. No, not fuck you, that's still mean. But how dare you accuse me? Without warning, her knees buckle. Stunned, I've got no choice but to go with her. She slumps weakly on the floor, her face sinking into my shoulder as furious tears flow from her eyes, and the sound of her sobs alone, everything around us fades. Every sound, every movement becomes nothing but noise. Even Zach's summer expression doesn't completely register until I glance up at him with a heap of questions in my eyes.
Zach, what does she...
He merely looks away, not to avoid my gaze, but deleted towards the television still blasting the same news from earlier. A live broadcast. The second my eyes land on the screen, understanding dawns on me. The achievement I just got was called Ball from Grace. We might not have gotten a crash hunt, but I will take it as. I'm useless. Becca. I'll recognize her anywhere. I can make out her form even from the way the station has blurred out her image on the TV. And for once, that isn't a welcome fact. Too clear, too vivid, her broken body lies on the sidewalk in just one big bloody mess. Her hair fans out and stands out in stark contrast to the pavement, slick with blood and redder than it's ever been. The right side of her head has caved in from the impact and her right arm is twisted and mangled. There are those words again around her. Help me, just like the leather.
Medical personnel are on their way. Officers have resumed securing the immediate area for investigation and cleanup.
Gone.
Others have been dispatched for crowd control.
She's gone, and I wasn't able to do a damn thing about it. Even now, I can't do anything other than stare at the tragedy playing out in front of us and hold on to Isabella like a lifeline as she does with me. Can't even bring myself to move because no matter what I say or what I do right now, empty words won't bring back the friend we all lost. That was an understatement. No, I feel dead inside. We all do. In the end, I can only scream. Yep. Well, have fun remembering those last words for eternity. Ash, you messed up. Not because you let her die, but because you chose to keep her that corny ass ringtone, and now every time you hear it, you will think about the day Becca turned into a strawberry smoothie. I mean, he can always change his ringtone. I actually think him having the corny ass ringtone that he can just turn off is better than having the standard ringtone because he cannot avoid hearing that. Like, if he had used the standard ringtone and he would hear it like from someone else in public, he would remember it. So actually, him having the weird, stupid ass ringtone might actually save him that PTSD. Not gonna lie. You have to play the whole game with your life to see the best ending. I mean, I can skip through it. That probably won't take that long. Why are they showing the freaking body? I mean, for the sake of drama. Because I'm free falling. Oh wait, just now I'm seeing the body. F. Oh, this is delightful. Oh no, we're calling her mother. Oh no. Death notification is a task I avoid like a plague. Although I've known Rebecca since childhood, there are plenty of reasons why I shouldn't be the one breaking the bad news to her parents. 1. Protocol states you're always supposed to do this in person. 2. Protocol also states you're supposed to do this with a partner. And 3. I've never been good with words, but here I am, unceremoniously thrust into the task, all because there's no other one. As expected, everything goes as well as my blunt mouth can take. Mrs. Gill's relentless sobs echo loudly through the receiver when I finish informing them, while all I can say before ending the call is an empty.
I'm really sorry, Mrs. Gales.
Before ending the call with a click and heading back inside Isabella's apartment. Her mom's voice still rings in my ears even as I leave it all in the hallway behind me. Here though, Isabella's cries have already faded into soft whimpers, and sometime while talking to Rebecca's family she has fallen asleep. Now she lays still, curled up under her blanket in the nearby couch. Zach sits silently and simply gives an acknowledging nod when I pass by. Wordlessly, I take the empty space on the edge of the bed. Despite how peaceful this all seems, the gravity of the news has hit us all so hard. It's in the dense air now lingering around the room. It's on Zach's shoulders while he tries to make himself look smaller against the couch. Most of all, it's in the furrow between Isabella's brows. Gently, I reach out to smoothen it out. She reacts with nothing but a sigh before turning on her back and burying herself further under the sheets. At the same time, Zach also shifts. He leans forward, hands clasped tightly in front of him, as a pensive expression comes over his eyes. Oh, he's praying for her. Is Zach religious? I actually don't remember. Isabella's Catholic. Agnostic. What does agnostic mean again? Isn't it like vaguely religious but not specific? Yeah, it believes like we can know. He's not religious and yet he is praying for her. Man.
Were you able to tell her family?
Yeah. It was bad. She was their only child and...
Your daughter is dead, goodbye. I mean, listen, he's also grieving, okay? Leave him, cut him some slack for that point. Makes sense for an agnostic people praying just in case, yeah.
I'm sorry, Ash.
Don't. You did what you could.
Why is that voice line so loud?
I was the stubborn one. I was the one who didn't listen. She kept telling me. If only I'd listened to you. If only I listened to Isabella. She'd probably still be
alive. Becca's the last person I need to count for. Damn it, Zach's here, Isabella's here. Where did it go wrong with her? I mean, I know where, but... Yo, Mrs. Gales, have you seen the news? Your daughter's dead, yo.
What do we do now, Ash?
Unable to offer an answer, I avert my gaze. How many more close calls do we have to go through? How many deaths do we have to witness? How long can we keep this up? We're bound to break at one point. No normal human being with the same mind can last like this, losing people important to them one by one, right in front of them. It's a miracle Isabella hasn't cracked yet. She, out of all of us, carries a much deeper attachment with the people she loves, no matter how little time she spent with them. After all, she was the one who found that letter. I expected her to have caved in by now, yet her voice, surprisingly calm and composed in the face of this, is what suddenly cuts through the thick air.
Can't let that woman, that thing, take more people from us.
No, Ash, it's all my fault, my bad. I mean, it's your words, not mine. It's your words, not mine, Mavis.
I'm not going to lose both of you to her.
Her bed creaks, dips when she pushes herself off and it takes an empty seat next to Zach. Also, by the way, Krieg, you should totally edit a freaking... foreshadowing, like type thing. What Mavis said you should do. That would be hilarious. I'm not gonna force you, but I'm imagining it in my head. Like, you know those memes where it's like subtle foreshadowing and then it cuts to them? That's gonna take me forever. I'm on it. You know, like those memes where it's like subtle foreshadowing, but then it cuts to different thing that's gonna happen constantly. That's That's what I'm imagining. It's making me laugh. Because the carrot falling cliff. I don't need it. In the Humpty Dumpty or something. Mavis, you give Craigie all the instructions you need. I am letting you have your creative freedom. Let me work my magic, fellas. Alright, good luck, buddy. You got this. Her pet Cree stiffs, so she puts herself off and takes an empty seat next to Zach. Quietly, she begins gathering every paper from the BRC and starts laying them out on the table. Once done, she glances briefly at both of us, a sharp, determined one that gets straight down to business without another pause. With what happened, we have no choice but to follow her lead. Although there's some tense fumbling for our words at first, the whole conversation gains steam once what we found last night at BRC has been put on the table. All at once, everything we've brushed off, carelessly ignored, or rudely dismissed have been laid out for close scrutiny. Zach's encounters with the woman and his dreams, Rebecca's close brushes with death every time she appears, the dread, the fear, the terror she brings out of even the bravest of us. Everything. Because no matter how bleak this all seems, there must still be a way out of this. There has to be, logic be damned. Or at least that's what Isabella and I would like to believe. I wonder if you can only get the good ending if you have everyone together to, like, you know, properly brainstorm. I wonder if that's the thing. Yet, even as the cold morning light shifts to the warm hues of the late afternoon and eventually night, none of this still makes a fucking damn sense. Darkness has fallen, but we're still nowhere near figuring things out. If anything, we're more at a loss than we've ever been before we even started this. Next thing I know, frustration rears its ugly head and the sheets of paper I've been holding smacks against the table harder than I've intended. The sound of it echoes loudly in a small room and everyone simply falls silent. Along with it, a release of another long-held breath. Perhaps the 100th since this morning.
We aren't getting anywhere at this rate.
Don't just drop it. There must be something in this we aren't seeing yet.
Ash, please. Rebecca wouldn't want us to give up on this.
It's an odd thing to hear from her, the very words I've been telling myself every single time I find myself facing a dead end. Well, here's a little of the optimism right now, I guess. Isabella's right on the other point as well. Rebecca would definitely give me an earful herself if she were still here. She had a knack for being brutally honest with her opinions. We had often clashed at times, yet I still respected her for it. Her opinion was as valuable as every other person I've let into my life. I cannot lose another person like that.
I know, but what are we supposed to be looking at here in the first place?
Well, we already looked through those files. You're the one that picked it out last night, right?
All of them? I'm pretty sure every person we've checked in there isn't necessarily involved. One client possibly died of old age. Remember, you found that dumb paper.
Not so dumb if it can kill all of us.
Not a good time for a joke, Z-Man.
Sorry.
Anyway, like I said, you discovered that paper right before the open house. No one else was allowed inside during that time. It's too broad of a scope if we include every single person. In fact, the only notable ones are C and Jean-Marie.
But if we're going to include them in accounts, shouldn't there already have been more than enough people to end this fucking curse already? Let's this thing even work.
Yeah, okay, they went in and out of this place. But no, you still don't get it. What I'm trying to say about those clients is...
Shouldn't we look into the mansion too? That's where the letter came from. That's where she came from. Maybe it's just as the professor says.
But how does the mansion equate into all of this? It's only we had Becca here to know the information about her being, you know, a servant of the previous owners. How does the letter Isabella found us? Will bringing the letter back there fix everything? If I'm going to do what Andrew told Zach, the connection between the letter and the mansion's curse may run deeper than we initially thought. That stupid paper might be at the heart of this for some reason, and we won't be able to figure this out without looking into the other. Fuck. What do I do? The mansion's private property now. We can't just waltz in there. I mean, ask a favor of Hannah. I mean, Zachary's on good enough terms with her. Like, honestly, I think asking a favor of Hannah is the best way to get out of this. I mean, she hasn't seen the ghost as well. If you explain it to her, she's probably gonna listen. I'd rather die before I even think of begging Wright to let me in and investigate the place. One thing is very clear after these last 2 days, however. We're not safe anywhere and have to ask fast if I want to keep my friends alive. We can't keep running away. Sooner or later, she'll get to us like she did with Rebecca. Before that happens, I have to put an end to this. Sighing, I stand up and stretch out the kinks in my back after several hours of sitting. We've been at this for too long. A break is needed. It's time to let everything sink in or else we'll all be burned out. I know I will, and it's another thing I cannot let happen when they're all counting on me like this. Albeit unspoken, it's in their eyes as they look up at me, waiting.
We've been at this since morning. We should take a break for a few.
I am holding a cup of tea in my hand and I will be putting it down right now. The rest of it never makes it out of my mouth as something heavy and grating sounds from the far end of the room. A harsh booming noise rendering through the eardrums of everyone in the room. All at once, the two of them are on their feet while I quickly palm for the gun on the table. However, before I can pull it up and remove the safety, the whole racket stops. Soon as the sense in the room and amidst the sudden hush, the three of us exchange anxious glances. So much for a break.
I don't like the sound of that. At all.
Gather everything.
No questions asked. They waste no time getting to work, piling up the documents we've been reading through. Even Isabella is unusually silent as she gathers everything in her arms, her movements sharp and precise, a deep furrow in her brows. Oh boy, more cutie. I hope not. I hope not. So far it's only been one per vows, but I really hope not. You got this? I don't think I got this, guys. I don't think I got this. There's fear, but something harder than urgent overshadows it. But the moment doesn't last. Before we can even finish, another noise ups the tension already gripping the place. I'd feel so much better if I had friends next to me when I had to face murderous ghosts. I would also feel much better, not gonna lie. Suddenly, the lights go out and a wardrobe at the end of the room rattles, as if something inside begs for freedom. Cautiously, eyes glued to it, I take a step forward and release the lock from my gun. Ashton! 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 What on earth makes you think a gun is gonna work against a fucking ghost? Go get some holy water or some shit, I don't know. I'm not a trigger-happy person, I'm not even sure if this will work on a ghost. But right now, it's a smooth surface against my palm, with the trigger on my finger, press the closest thing I have to relieve as I approach the closet.
Ashton, what are you doing?
I don't think that's a good idea. We should just...
Do not open that closet. Word as they both are, they immediately stop at the slight raise of my hand. But the edge is there while they huddle in the space between the door and the room. In case this goes south, whatever I find inside, they'll have enough time and space to run from their position. Please don't give me another quick time that's gonna actually make Ash die, because I will fuck it up. Feel the wreath of my ghost-killing bullets. Feel the breath of my ghost-killing bullets. In 2 deep breaths, I've crossed the room and stand in front of the closet. Whatever's inside has yet to stop trashing, instead it has moved to banging at the door louder and louder the longer I dally. Another shallow breath. Ashton, just leave! Ashton, just leave! I glance at my companions. A nod. Something creaks. Then in the next moment, I'm grasping at the handles and swinging the doors wide open to reveal nothing. Right away, I part the clothes hanging on it, so none. No ghost. No woman. Not a single trace of whoever's inside. Confused, I glance back towards Zack and Isabella and see them mirroring the same expression on my face. Noises finally stop, but I'm quite sure it isn't my imagination. Or maybe it is, and I'm just too strung up with my head that my head's now making things up. Whatever the case is, we need to get out of here and as soon as possible. This only confirms we aren't safe anywhere. Without bothering to close it, I move back ready to leave. Don't close it behind you, you moron. It might be in there, you just might not be able to see it, and now it's gonna jump out at you. Oh, you moron, you moron, you moron. Ugly close. I didn't even pay attention to that. Without bothering to close it, I move back ready to leave, adrenaline now coursing through every vein in my body. The next second, I'm barking orders and...
We should go. You two, we need to... Ah!
What did I say? What did I say? Guys, I know this game too well by now. I know this game too well. The horror tropes are just... Ashton, you fool. The girl is supposed Forever 21 or Hot Topic. I genuinely did not even look at the clothes. I'm too anxious and focused on quick times. As I'm sprawling on my back, something cold catches my ankle and yanks. The resulting fall knocks the wind out of me. Pain wrecks my whole spine and the back of my head as it glides against the floor, with force enough to dislodge my own brain from my skull. A moment lasts before stars fade from my vision, and then I sense it. Cold tendrils twisting around my ankles, the smell of a foul rot assaulting my nose. I am gonna move my mic again so I can get to my keyboard easier. I'm actually gonna shake my tea first before I knock it off my desk. I can see that happening. 1 second. Okay, tea is gone. Nauseating, sickening, a foul smell draining every feeling in my body. The moment their horrid laughter, still as unpleasant and vicious as the last time I've heard it, reaches my ears, my eyes snap open. Perhaps it's just inexperience. Or maybe my mind's still attempting to comprehend this. Regardless, the minute my eyes land on her, my whole body freezes. The gun in my hand turns useless as my grip on it slackens. It's the manner in which her gaze pours on me. I'll say, the look of her utter hatred and malice, I've seen it lots of times. From suspects, smelting murderers, who never regretted their actions despite being caught. This is the face of someone you can no longer reason with. And I know, the moment she laughs again and starts dragging me towards her, it's already going to be that.
Ashton! Snap out of it!
No, I can't die here. Not yet. The hate switched from my mind and instantly kicked in the right then and
Everyone
there.
out! Get out! Get out of here!
With one powerful tug, I yank my foot out of her grip and scramble to my feet, ignoring the bursting wheels she fills the room with. Within the span of seconds, I'm gunning for the door, grabbing the wrist of the first person my hand can reach, laying them out, the two out of them out. Into the hallway, then a flight of steps, and right inside my car. I was so time flooring the gas pedal. Oh, she could appear in the backseat though. On the gas pedal, the second the last person closes the door behind them in a short wall, I'm driving this out of Salomel. Alright, I guess no quick time. Good. I was so gonna fail it. Oh, Queen, I don't think the floor is clean. Have you seen the cups? Yeah, no, she does not clean her freaking room. Isabella needs to get some hygiene. I don't even entertain the thought of finding down just yet. Even as the last of the woman's painful cries fade into the night. With the help of his remaining friends, Ashton tries to find a way to free themselves of the curse, to no avail, except the just for fresh air, ruckus. Yeah, no, they didn't find a solution, unfortunately. Probably needed Rebecca's info for that. Alright, I'm gonna stop here for now. Also, this is the last day. No, November 1st is the last day. Alright. I think that's good for today. We got to see Rebecca's fall from grace. Alright. Wait, is this Luke? No, it's not Luke. We're not on Luke yet. It didn't change the perspective. It says when it says a name when it changed the perspective. We're still on Ashton. Can you check your relationships? Why are you saying no? Why would you rather be on Luke? Luke sucks also. I'm checking your relationships. It's still on Ashton. Why are you saying no? Would you have preferred Luke? Ugh, Luke, I know, right? That's gonna suck. Like, I'm honestly pretty okay with Ashton. Like, he's not the GOAT or anything. He's not great, but he's not terrible. I don't hate Ashton that much. He's just a bit cringe, that's all. He's just cringe. But being cringe is not a crime. Being cringe is okay. To be cringe is to be free. So yeah. I hope you guys had a fun time. I don't know if Craig is actually gonna cook something up. That's up to him. Yeah, I'm gonna just kind of this here. Ash's POV was one of the better ones. I actually agree. I think that was a very good POV. I mean, it probably helps that it goes right into like when the story is happening, because for the other ones you start so far back that you have to go super far to actually get back to the interesting stuff where you start seeing new things. So just B looks at I'm talking about Ashton. Oh, God, Cricky, when I say he's cringe, I meant Ashton, not Luke. Luke is a freaking racist who sets racial slurs. He is more than cringe. I'm talking about Ashton. Cricky, I was talking about Ashton. Ashton is cringe, but okay. I'm not talking about Luke. Luke is a piece of garbage who deserves nothing more than the freaking dirt at the bottom of my shoes. Like, even that's too much, actually. I'm not talking about Luke. Luke is a piece of shit. Calm down, no, because I refuse to have someone think that I would refer to a racist, sexist, alcoholic piece of shit as just cringe. I do not want to be caught defending him. That's why I'm heated over it. I'm still here, I know, but I don't want people to think that I like Luke, because I don't. I really dislike Luke. He's the worst. Luke is criminal, exactly. But yeah, alright. Okay, I misinterpreted that. That's okay. I just wanted to correct the mistake. Aww. Let me leave a comment down below today of what you think the splash sound of Rebecca falling would have sounded like. Do you think she would make a metal pipe sound, like a tomato splattering, or like a squishy bounce? I don't know. Leave your interpretation, since the game didn't give it to us. Alright. I had a good time. Bye bye, folks. Let me see if I have someone to raid on Twitch. Nope. Alright, we're just gonna end then. Bye bye.